This boy drank 10 tons of green juice right after being born. This scared the cardinal of the Pope's Hall out of his wits, because this wasn't ordinary green juice, but a deadly poison that could destroy the holy power of clerics. He had originally planned to eliminate the Holy Child candidate with it, but what he didn't know was that this boy was the reincarnation of the undead Demon King. This kind of concoction made from demon magic was actually a premium supplement for him. In his previous life, he was just an ordinary corporate slave. But after winning the lottery, he was diagnosed with cancer. Due to his strong desire to live, he was reincarnated as an undead skeleton after death, evolving from the lowest level skeleton to the king of the undead. During these hundreds of years, he led the demons who were heading toward destruction to revival. Later, the demons called him Demon King Isak, and his ultimate goal after being reincarnated as a skeleton was to become a human who could enjoy life. Subsequently, he brought the heads of monsters to the realm of gods. According to our agreement, I have eliminated all forces opposing the divine realm. It's time for you to turn me into a human. Hearing this, the gods were quite surprised. I thought it would take at least 500 years. I didn't expect it to be so fast. Weren't we just gathering to use him for free? At this moment, a blonde god slowly spoke. Could you help us with one more thing? Hearing this, Isaac immediately became furious. Are you taking me for a fool? Even if you're gods, I won't hesitate to kill you. You bunch of guys, you never had the ability to turn me into a human, yet you dared to make me do your bidding. As a being summoned by forbidden magic outside the rules, Isaac could not be destroyed and possessed infinite life. His power could even threaten the divine realm. At this moment, he slowly opened his mouth and said, "If you cannot turn me into a human, as the price of our agreement, I will destroy you all." Just as he was about to use magic to kill all the gods, in the next second, the magic power in his body began to drain away, and even his body became immobilized. It turned out that the gods had prepared a seal to deal with this situation. Disaster eradication. Just then, the seal suddenly burst with a powerful light. Since I'm going to be turned into an insect anyway, I choose to self-destruct, accompanied by a dazzling flash of light. In less than a moment, the Demon King perished there. But in the end, his soul was sealed inside an insect. Now that the Demon King has disappeared, our power should be restored. However, to prevent such situations from happening in the future, they decided to create a perfect Holy Child vessel in the human realm. They wanted to completely eliminate all demons. Arrogant and disrespectful skeleton Demon King, you shall be trapped in an insect for life to reflect on your actions. Meanwhile, the Demon King was slowly opening his eyes, only to find that he had actually become human. Could there have been a problem with the seal? At this moment, a maid slowly spoke. I didn't expect the Holy Child to wake up. There's nothing to be done, but what must be done must be done. I'm sorry, Holy Child, but as soon as you wake up, you must go back to sleep. Hearing this, the Demon King immediately realized something was wrong. How can I die when I just woke up? Without any hesitation, faced with the bottle's attack, the Demon King immediately began shaking his head left and right to dodge it. You've got to be kidding? Now that I finally become human, I definitely can't drink something so suspicious. But how did I become human? At this moment, the maid's voice rang out, "Eat up and go to sleep forever, Master Isaac." Hearing this, the Demon King was very surprised. Did she just call me Isaac? Isn't Isaac just another pronunciation of my real name, Isak? Could it be that the one who sealed me spelled my name as Isaac? No wonder I wasn't sealed, and instead was reincarnated into a body with the same name. Just then, the two people suddenly shoved the bottle into the Demon King's mouth. This taste seems to be green juice. Could they be trying to poison me? Damn, something ominous seems to be flowing into my body. Meanwhile, at the Hela Temple in the Holy Empire. At this moment, the bishop was walking toward the Holy Child. That child should be finished by now, right? You seem to be in a good mood, Bishop. The speaker was the Emperor of the Hela Holy Empire, Alexander Heathcliff Hela. I have come to see the son of the Empire. The Emperor was quite curious. Why has the bishop come here? I came to see the Joshua family's Holy Child. After all, the Pope's Hall cannot miss the Holy Child's matters. Just as I thought, the Holy Child should be personally seen. If the matter of the Holy Child candidate is left to the Pope's Hall and something goes wrong again, it would be a big problem. Just then, a scream suddenly came from the Holy Child's room. Hearing this, the Emperor hurriedly rushed to the room. How is the young master? The young master is just too adorable. Look at his round belly. He actually drank 15 bottles of such bitter green juice. At this moment, the bishop beside him was extremely shocked. How is this possible? Drinking so much and still alive? That's not ordinary green juice. Just a few minutes ago, when the Holy Child drank the green juice, he recognized it as the holy poison, a deadly poison that could destroy the holy power of clerics. Although it wouldn't cause immediate death, the accumulated toxin in the body would eventually be fatal. But this poison made from demon magic was simply a good thing for the Demon King, who had been reincarnated. This is really great! So he drank more than 10 bottles of green juice in a row. Afterwards, he entered the world of unconsciousness. The next thing to do was to reach the deepest primitive world, create a magic power core. After all, it was very safe there. At this moment, the Holy Child began to concentrate magic power, storing and absorbing magic in the magic core. The next second, the magic core suddenly burst open. What's going on? The normal magic core should be tricolored. This is actually white. No, how could this small core that hasn't even properly accumulated magic have such a powerful presence? This is really unexpected. How many blessings have been bestowed upon this tiny body? If I cultivate this well, I could become a monster far stronger than imagined. But as he pressed the survival button, scenes from the past appeared before his eyes. The will etched in the deepest part of my soul. I once desperately wanted to live. Later, this will became the origin of the Skeleton King. He created special original core explosion skills, and all these skills were inherited by this body. Just when the two thought the Holy Child had finally died, the next second, he pointed his finger toward the sky. "Give me another bottle!" Back to the present, although he was almost assassinated, fortunately nothing major happened. But why does this guy keep staring at me? Could it be because I ate too much? To avoid causing any trouble, Isaac still smiled and pretended to know nothing. At this moment, the bishop looked at the Holy Child's expression with anger. These green juices that should have killed him had no effect, and this expression seems deliberate, as if to show me. Could he be mocking me? Flashing back to a few days ago, Here Barrett was furious. Those little families like insects are all claiming their children are the Holy Child? Hearing this, the bishop immediately said, "Please be assured about this, we will deal with those Holy Child candidates in advance." But I seem to have heard an uncomfortable rumor that Joshua has a Holy Child candidate. The Emperor's right arm, the Joshua family, I have no way to deal with this. At this moment, Cardinal Hire slowly opened his mouth and said, "I have already arranged this matter. You just need to go and personally confirm it. The Holy Child must be born in our Barrett family." Back to the present, the bishop was very shocked. He clearly said he was already dead. What is going on? Meanwhile, the Emperor slowly said, "How interesting, his hair is such a dazzling platinum white. It's just like the hair color of the Holy Empire's ancestor. Looking even closer to God than the current Pope, indeed worthy of being the last Holy Child candidate." Hearing this, the Demon King was extremely shocked. What's going on? I've actually become a Holy Child candidate? Damn. The Emperor is starting to show goodwill. This can't continue. Then, the bishop found an excuse to check on the Holy Child. After all, such a small baby shouldn't be able to drink that green juice, but the Holy Child candidate eating such food shouldn't be a problem. The Joshua family's people will be here soon. Wait until they arrive to examine him. Just then, the Holy Child suddenly burped. Damn. Has the undigested demon energy been discovered? At this moment, the bishop excitedly said, "Your Majesty, I sense demonic energy from this child." This child has magic power? He might be a false candidate. Let's immediately find the Inquisitor to confirm. However, the Emperor outright refused. How could you do such a thing to the precious Holy Child? Don't worry, Your Majesty, the Pope has designated the Barrett family's child as the saint. Making your own family's child the saint? You've really calculated well. So that's why they want to eliminate Isaac? Then, the bishop picked up the Holy Child. "Priests, go call the Inquisitor quickly." At this moment, the Emperor reached out to stop them. The Duke Joshua's family is the closest ally of the royal family. As Emperor, I order that this child be re-examined later. Hearing this, the bishop immediately refused. "Your Majesty, I understand your meaning, but the Pope said that the Crown Prince's investiture ceremony will be held after deciding the saint. If you don't help the Pope's chosen child become the saint, then he will refuse to invest the Crown Prince." Damn. Now even the Emperor is in a difficult position. It would be terrible if Isaac's identity was discovered. Just as the bishop was about to use holy exorcism to check, the next second, the Holy Child swung the milk bottle fiercely toward the bishop, smashing 2 of his front teeth. Then, he pretended as if nothing had happened. Meanwhile, everyone present was extremely shocked. Was that dazzling light just now the holy power? At this moment, the Holy Child raised the milk bottle again and hit the bishop. While the bishop was very confused, although I can feel the holy power, that energy was clearly magic power. That's right, this is using enhancement magic to make the milk bottle extremely hard. Just then, the Holy Child seemed to notice something wasn't quite right. Although this energy is very weak, when using magic power it contains a trace of holy power, but the two should counter each other. Could this be related to the white core? At this moment, the bishop grabbed the Holy Child's milk bottle. I swear with everything I have, this child is definitely a heretic. So use holy exorcism on him quickly. Hearing this, the Holy Child was very helpless. If that's the case, don't blame me. The next second, he pulled out a demon hand from the bishop. A totem sealing a high-level demon entity. An item utilizing the demon's characteristic of eating their own kind to absorb magic power. This is what he prepared to prevent being chased by demons. How did this little guy know? Meanwhile, the Holy Child threw the totem on the ground. With a snap of his fingers, the next second, an extremely powerful demon appeared before everyone. Let me show you what I'm capable of. At this moment, the Emperor was very angry. Bishop Masaberry, what are you doing? Releasing a demon in the temple? The totem is an item sealing a dead demon beast. How could you make a dead demon beast come back to life? The next second, the Emperor immediately ordered everyone. Protect the young master from the evil demon and the bishop. Meanwhile, a soldier quickly snatched the holy child from the bishop. Hey, you really deserve this. Now let's see how capable the bishop is. But just then, the demon beast suddenly became extremely violent, and even muttered about killing the holy child. Then, the demon beast fiercely attacked in the direction of the holy child. Seeing this, the surrounding soldiers quickly came forward to block it. While the holy child was very confused, what's wrong with this guy? I just saved him. How could he become like this? But the holy knight should protect me, right? The next second, the holy knight was knocked dozens of meters away. Damn, it seems I have to kill the demon beast first. Just then, the demon beast fiercely launched an attack toward the holy child. Why do so many people want to kill me in this life? The next second, the holy child's eyes burst with powerful magic. Then, the figure of the undead demon king appeared before the demon beast. You foolish demon. It's the skeleton king! But before he could react, the holy child suddenly burst with holy power. The dazzling light made the demon beast start to flee in all directions. This is definitely holy power. Young Master Isaac actually drove away a high-level demon beast, indeed worthy of being the holy child, so powerful at such a young age. At this moment, the holy child looked at the light in his hand and fell into thought. This is actually really holy power? What's going on? Could this body convert magic power into holy power? Damn, then how am I supposed to collect magic power? Magic power is already scarce enough in the Holy Empire. Meanwhile, the bishop shouted unwillingly, "This child is a heretic who can use demon power. A demon dares to enter the Holy Empire. Your Majesty, I'll make him reveal his true form right away." At this moment, the emperor slowly said, "You slander the holy child candidate. Accuse him of being a heretic. Not only that, you released a high-level demon beast in front of the royal knights. This matter will definitely not be settled like this, even if you are from the Pope's Hall." Seeing the situation escalating, if this continued, it would definitely implicate the Pope's Hall. So to protect his own family, he decided to kill the holy child. At least when dying, I can take the Joshua family's holy child down with me. The next second, a beast with lightning attacked the holy child. This guy finally shows his true colors. Just as he was about to use magic to block it, he suddenly remembered that he had already used up all his magic power earlier. At this critical moment, the beast was killed on the spot by blue divine power. Who dares to lay hands on the direct line of Joshua? It's the Blue Faith. It's Joshua's knights. The speaker was the seventh son of the Joshua family, Rayli Joshua. Arrest the bishop immediately. At this time, the holy child fell into thought. Joshua? Seems like I've heard that somewhere before. Everyone bow quickly. The next second, everyone knelt down to the holy child. Hail, young Master Isaac. It seems this pomp is much stronger than the royal knights. Then Rayli gestured to his subordinate beside him. Although it can't be considered an apology, I've brought you a gift full of sincerity. The next second, the subordinate took out some toys from his pocket. A doll of the beheaded skeleton king, a doll of the skeleton king being burned at the stake, and a doll of the holy maiden shattering the skeleton king. Seeing this, the holy child immediately fell silent. This is terrible. How am I supposed to survive in this crazy family? Just then, the holy child suddenly remembered Joshua. She seems to be that holy maiden who has been killing me generation after generation. I not only became the holy child, but was also born into the holy maiden's family. At this moment, the bishop's voice rang out. Damn, Joshua family, no wonder you're heretics. Where'd you bring this baby from? I will definitely make him reveal his true form. However, before he could finish, Rayli slit his throat with a knife. You should be grateful the Joshua family didn't cut off your head. Seeing this, the holy child was very surprised. Cutting the bishop's vocal cords for insulting the family? It seems he has the confidence to fight the Pope's Hall. Just then, the emperor slowly said to Rayli, the royal family wants to raise the young master. Please convey this message to your family. Your Majesty, you really know how to joke. The holy child is being targeted both inside and outside the Holy Empire. You should know that, right? Joshua is indeed powerful, but can the current Blue Faith protect him well? This child is a thorn in the Pope's eye because his hair color matches that of the Holy Empire's ancestor. But Rayli refused on the spot. This child flows with the Joshua family's bloodline. Of course he should be raised by the Joshua family. Whether it's the Pope or the Skeleton King, our Joshua family will definitely be able to protect him. He stated, how could we hand over the direct grandson of Holy Maiden Melissa to the royal family? At this moment, the holy child suddenly realized, could she be referring to the Melissa who fought with me last before I attacked the divine realm? The most powerful figure among all holy maidens. Damn, I'm actually the direct grandson of Melissa. The so-called Holy Maiden was actually the ultimate weapon created by the gods to deal with the Skeleton King, the fierce blue lion who uses holy power to punish evil gods and repel the Demon King. The Holy Empire's history's first top-level warrior of light. Everyone thought the Holy Maiden could easily defeat the Skeleton King. But in fact, the Skeleton King never suffered a loss at the hands of the Holy Maiden. After the Holy Maiden dies in battle, the holy power on her body would be invested in the next upgraded version of the Holy Maiden. But the last Holy Maiden, Melissa, was indeed very powerful. At this moment, Relai slowly said, "The Holy Maiden's only goal generation after generation was to destroy the Skeleton King. And the Joshua family, being the only one to give birth to Holy Maidens, is a proud family responsible for dealing with God's main enemy, generation after generation. So, Joshua will definitely be able to protect this child well." At this moment, Relai slowly said to the Holy Child, "It's okay, child. I've heard everything, even if you're cursed. We don't care at all. We're already very grateful that you were born. Your parents only have one request for you. Just don't be like that vicious Skeleton King. Parents I've never met? I'm sorry, but your son was born an unfilial child." Just then, the Emperor spoke again. "Sir Relai, would you like to reconsider? The Skeleton King has been sealed for 150 years. During this time, the demons have become even more powerful. The Holy Child is an important opportunity for the Holy Empire to become strong again, so the young master is most important to the royal family. And now, doesn't Joshua lack a Holy Maiden? The Holy Maiden who gave birth to the young master has been missing with her husband for a year." Hearing this, the Holy Child was shocked. "My mother is actually a Holy Maiden?" At this moment, Relai slowly said, "Although my eldest brother and his wife are not here, my mother is still here so Joshua can protect this child well. Isn't Melissa gone to deal with the Skeleton King's subordinates? She should be back soon. My mother is looking forward to seeing her grandson." Hearing this, the Holy Child was very surprised. Damn, 200 years have passed. How is she still alive? If discovered by Melissa, he would definitely die on the spot. So, to survive, there's only one way. "Emperor, take me away." Then the Holy Child put on an extremely adorable expression, immediately attracting the Emperor's attention. Seeing this, the Emperor immediately began to fight with Relai over the Holy Child. The reason the Holy Child wanted to follow the Emperor was also because the light that appeared when praying for survival. From earlier, this light had been on the Emperor, which meant that his survival rate would be higher if he followed the Emperor. Just then, a dazzling light suddenly lit up. "This light is—" On the other side, the bishop knelt before a group of people in black. "That guy definitely used magic power. He must be a demon's offspring. Holy power is power bestowed by God. Are you saying God bestowed divine power to a demon? The Pope's Hall cannot agree with your statement." Saying this, the cardinal killed him with a knife. "This is blasphemy against the holy." At this moment, the subordinate beside him hurriedly said, "I will reorganize the assassination team. There's no need. The Emperor will take that child anyway. If he's in the royal court, there will be plenty of opportunities. We can find another chance later. He will definitely not escape death this time." Scene change. The Holy Child is on his way to the Joshua family. Flashing back to a few days ago, a strong light shone from Relai. Although Joshua is not a good environment for raising children, you must think Joshua is a family with only demon bodies and magic cores. This guy's survival prayer is so dazzling. In Joshua, the most precious thing is only the Skeleton King's flesh. Hearing this, the Holy Child was shocked. "My body is actually in your hands?" Without any hesitation, the Holy Child immediately decided to go to Joshua. And so, the Holy Child set off on the journey to Joshua. After all, that body has been tempered through thousands of refinements, gathering magic power that can rival God's. As long as I find my body, level and such are nothing. And this is the first time I've seen such a strong light, which means that following Uncle to Joshua has the highest survival rate. At this moment, the two began to chat. The Pope's forces actually want to eliminate young Master Isaac, because God sent down a prophecy saying that God would take the Holy Child as a son, that is, to become the next Pope. So the Pope wants his own son to become the Holy Child. The Pope, the highest level cleric who can use 10th level holy law, can be said to be the king of all clerics and holy knights, a being in the Holy Empire that can rival the Emperor. For hundreds of years, Bariat has specialized in producing popes. Just thinking about having to hand over the position to the Holy Child, they must be very angry. Just then, the butler slowly said to the two, "Young Master Relai, we have entered the Duke's territory, but there is a situation. A group of people blocked everyone's way." "I'm sorry, you cannot enter the Duke's territory." "Damn, don't these guys recognize the Joshua family's emblem?" Just then, a voice rang out, "Of course you can't enter, because we are going to kill the child who inherited the Holy Maiden's blood." Seeing this, the Holy Child was very surprised. "It's actually demons. But didn't I issue a ban on attacking human territories? It seems the new Demon King is behind this." At this moment, the demon slowly said, "Listen well. Demon King Isaac has ordered us to kill the Holy Maiden and the Holy Child. If you leave the child, the Skeleton King is willing to spare your lives." Just then, a lightning bolt froze in the air around the demons. "You dare to say such things to the demon-exercising family Joshua? It seems you're tired of living. Listen carefully, Joshua exists to protect all the weak and destroy evil. We swear we will definitely destroy you." At this moment, Relai slowly said, "Cunning Skeleton King, pushing your subordinates to death just to snatch a body." The next second, the demon group fiercely attacked everyone. Seeing this, a knight beside them quickly held the Holy Child and dodged. While the Holy Child was confused, what's going on? Who is impersonating me? Moments later, the knight placed the Holy Child in a safe place and created a protective measure for him. At this moment, the Holy Child touched the protective barrier and fell into thought. This is a barrier that even high-level demons cannot enter. Neither can come in from outside, nor go out from inside. Since that's the case, activate the survival prayer magic. Open. Answer my call, come out. Magical life form with personality. Observer. The next second, a small demon appeared before him. Just as he was about to pay respects to the Holy Child, the Holy Child covered his mouth. Be quiet. Others will discover us. Whisper. A wisdom exploration magic. Because the Demon King didn't want to use exploration magic to analyze enemies every time during fights, so he made this little guy. Now is not the time for reminiscing. Quickly explore the enemies. The next second, Whisper's eyes burst with red magic power. At the current level, it can at most detect enemies within a radius of 100 meters. Soon he came to a conclusion. There are a total of 88 hostile forces, all demon beasts. But they are no match for you, Master. Damn, do these guys really want to go to war with humans? If the security here is strengthened, it will be troublesome. It will be even harder to summon subordinates. In that case, I have to deal with them all before being discovered by Joshua. Just as the Holy Child was about to use light magic to destroy the demon beasts, Whisper shouted, hostile forces are rapidly decreasing, only 13 demon beasts remain. At this moment, Relay and others felt a powerful magic power. Something is coming. Everyone form a defensive formation. Meanwhile, the demon beasts thought their reinforcements had arrived. But the next second, a black shadow flashed directly, instantly wiping out all the surrounding demon beasts. At this moment, everyone on the scene was stunned. All remaining forces annihilated. Dark Demon detected. At this time, the Dark Demon slowly said, you dare to touch my king with those filthy hands, then pay with your lives. Hearing this, the Holy Child was extremely shocked. What is this guy doing? You actually dare to stuff my king into this little child's body. However, everyone else couldn't understand what he was saying at all. It seems this guy has discovered that Isaac is the Skeleton King, and has been following him all along. At this moment, Relay immediately ordered, all knights prepare for battle. Hearing this, the Holy Child immediately appeared very anxious. Damn, you guys don't touch my meal, that's a highly concentrated magic core. While the Dark Demon seemed to misunderstand something, he thought the Demon King acknowledged his existence. The next second, he quickly approached the Holy Child. Since he couldn't watch his food being killed, the Holy Child ordered the Dark Demon to break the barrier. Yes, Master. Then the demon broke the protective barrier with one strike. Next, the Holy Child showed a smile. You've worked hard. Stop fooling around, go rest first. The next second, the Holy Child drained his magic power and turned him back into a totem. At this moment, everyone present was extremely shocked. Did this guy turn a demon into a totem? Moments later, everyone cheered while holding the Holy Child. This is a holy law that only holy maidens and cardinals can use, but Relay stood aside and fell into thought. This must be totem holy law. But why does it feel like there's no divine power at all when using such high-level holy law? But the knight stated, what's so strange about that? Only in a crisis can one know a person's potential, and that dark demon's instinct actually didn't sense the danger. I dare say the young master definitely has something extraordinary. Hearing this, Relay had nothing more to say. But why specifically a boy? All male children born in the Joshua family are cursed by the Skeleton King. Just then the captain said, as the captain of the Blue Knights, we must protect the future of Joshua and the safety of the young master. Hearing this, Relay showed a smile. I was actually afraid of the Skeleton King's curse. This child will definitely make the Joshua family's name even greater. Isaac, let's go home. I, your uncle, will teach you many things. You have the qualifications to become an excellent holy knight. At this moment, the Holy Child was very speechless. Don't worry, Uncle will definitely make your name resound throughout the continent. Moments later, everyone returned to the Duke Joshua's residence. The incredibly majestic building came into the Holy Child's view. This stunned him. You slaughter demons like crazy yet live such a luxurious life. When he managed demons, they always lived hand to mouth. Even Whisper expressed agreement. Selling that statue would probably build 10 Demon King castles. Just then, Relay gestured for the Holy Child to look outside. You will also become like them when you grow up, making killing the Skeleton King your ultimate goal. Hearing this, the Holy Child was very surprised. What are you teaching children? But it doesn't matter, Isaac thought. Since I've come to the Holy Empire, I just need to control the Emperor and turn this place into my empire. Then, he had Whisper explore the surroundings, only to discover that there were tens of thousands of magic cores in the house. Damn, how many demons have they slaughtered? Just as Relay was about to take the Holy Child back to the room, the butler stated that the 5th young master had ordered to send young master Isaac to the annex. He said the young master absolutely could not enter the main building. Hearing this, Relay was very angry. Actually sending the child to such a cursed place. Big brother is really making trouble out of nothing. Just then, Whisper stated that all those magic power cores were in the annex. Then, the holy child struggled to go to the annex. At this moment, a voice rang out. "Didn't I order that child to go to the annex? You rarely show your face. Are you going to disobey your brother's orders?" The speaker was the fifth son of the Joshua family, Gaul Joshua. Seeing this, the holy child was very curious. It seems this guy is just a rogue and a thug. Put him down quickly, send him back to the annex. But Relai refused on the spot. "Are you joking? Having a direct family member live in an annex used by ruffians? This is really outrageous. You think I don't know the reason why you, big brother, threw Isaac into the annex? You want to brand him with the curses mark, making him lose the qualification to be an heir?" Hearing this, the holy child was shocked. "This is too much. I was planning to eat this family clean and become the Pope, and finally take revenge on those damn gods." "Don't be ridiculous. Those demons have already started to come out and catch this little guy. He's obviously been cursed." But the captain did not agree with his view. Demons targeting the young master indicates that the young master is very important. The young master has the divine power of the holy child. How interesting, since you say he's the holy child, then let me see his power. How about this? Let the so-called holy child revive this withered tree of the family head Aisha, the sacred tree that has died due to being entangled by demonic aura. After all, he is the holy child candidate you mentioned. Just then, the holy child seemed to discover something. Then, he threw Whisper toward the tree. The next second, the two suddenly showed extremely shocked expressions, because the dead sacred tree actually revived. This scared the two greatly. After all, this tree had shown no signs of revival, even with purification holy law. What they didn't know was that the Demon King just had Whisper absorb all the magic power remaining in the tree roots. Could it be the young master's doing? At this moment, everyone present felt very excited, while Gaul was very angry. "You must have borrowed the Holy Maiden's power and then disguised it as that child's achievement. I didn't expect Melissa's family to be in such disarray already. This guy is simply a male version of Melissa. Could they be half-siblings? He looks a bit like that ominous Pope." The next second, the two began to argue with each other. Who knows if he's really Big Brother's son? Hearing him say this, Relai immediately beat him up. Seeing this, the holy child was very happy. This kind of scattered family will be easily devoured by him. But logically speaking, if this family is finished, won't you also be finished, master? Moments later, the family held a family meeting. After intense discussion, the family deputy Henna Joshua spoke. Relai has decided to have this child raised by the collateral branch. But why did you bring him back to the main house? It's a pity that father is not here. I want to tell father that Joshua's eldest grandson Isaac has revived the sacred tree. Hearing this, everyone present was extremely shocked. Even the family head couldn't solve it. How could this little child solve it? And most importantly, there's no evidence. That's right, reviving the sacred tree requires a great blessing. At that moment, the Holy Son slowly opened his arms. Then, everyone showed expressions of disbelief. This is the aura of the sacred wood. All of you watch carefully. See whether or not I have this power. At this moment, everyone present was incredibly shocked. Could it be that the magic power on the sacred tree was resolved by a mere infant? Although the exorcism sacred technique can remove magical power, it could potentially kill the sacred tree. Upon hearing this, Gaul was astonished. How could such a young child possibly possess this ability? Just then, Relai exclaimed that Isaac dispelled the magic on the sacred technique by instinct. Something that couldn't be solved for 70 years was easily resolved by a child who still drinks milk. Nonsense! A child who can't even speak performing exorcism? Do you really believe such absurdity? At this moment, Gaul said angrily. In response, Relai immediately declared, "Elders, please listen to me. This child will become a holy child. He might even become the Pope. This child will definitely slay the Skeleton King." Hearing this, Henna revealed a sinister smile. "You're bringing trouble upon yourself. Since you're so confident, let's conduct a test. I request to use the sacred treasure vault." Meanwhile, in the Black Forest in the northwest of the Holy Empire of Hera, the Blue family head had just finished dealing with a group of monsters. At this moment, a subordinate came to report the situation. "Greetings to the family head. The acting family head requests to use the sacred treasure vault. Didn't I say? The Pope's Hall cannot use it. It's not the Pope's Hall, but your grandson who revived the sacred tree. The acting family head wants to confirm if that child is truly the holy child." Hearing this, the family head was shocked. "Are you joking? How could there be a holy child in my family?" The person speaking is Joshua's family head, Eli Joshua. Besides Holy Maiden candidates, anyone else who enters will die. Tell him not to be stubborn. Just then, a voice sounded, "Let him use it." The child's name is Isaac, right? Able to revive the sacred tree? This child has good potential. This person is the Joshua family's matriarch, the former Holy Maiden, Melissa Joshua. But if we're going to open the vault, then throw all the holy child candidates in. But if a child from another family gets the best treasure from the vault, it would be terrible. I actually hope someone can take it out. No Holy Maiden in history has ever been able to bring it out. With that, we might be able to track down the Skeleton King and kill him. But to make them get that item, we need to offer a generous reward. Convey my order, any child who obtains the treasure will receive a reward that even the Pope cannot get. Not to mention the Joshua family's heirloom passed down through generations of holy maidens. I will personally teach them secret techniques. Tell the acting family head that I will pass on everything to that person. The sacred treasure vault has stored secret techniques and sacred objects for thousands of years. With generations of holy maidens managing it, the Joshua family is essentially the vault's owner. But only children under 10 years old can enter, so the treasure warehouse is used for the holy maiden candidate's object-grabbing ceremony. The ability of a holy maiden is calculated based on the treasure the child obtains. But it's a dangerous place, where even holy maiden candidates might die. After consecutive casualties, the place was completely sealed. So, can our master take the holy maiden's treasure and return alive? At this moment, the holy child slowly responded, "Of course, I'm looking forward to it. After all, the skeleton king's physical body is kept in the vault." Just then, the captain picked up the holy child. "Young master, you must be looking forward to it. The matriarch has opened the vault to all holy child candidates. At that time, children from the 5 great families will come here. Although that unlucky pope will also come, you'll definitely win, young master." Hearing this, the holy child was very pleased, as having more people going in would distract their attention, allowing him to retrieve his physical body. Meanwhile, Relai took the holy child and slowly said, "Isaac, you must be careful. Captured demons from past battles are guarding inside the vault." But the holy child showed no concern. "If they are captured demons, their level must be below 6. I can eliminate them with a single wave of pressure." But the next words shocked him. Level 8 demons aren't easy to deal with, but the level 9 dragon seems to be the most difficult. It seems everyone in the Joshua family has gone mad. Having dragons in a place for infants' object-grabbing ceremony? Is that reasonable? However, this should be a piece of cake for the master. At this moment, the holy child couldn't help but tremble. When he was still the demon king, he had deceived the entire dragon race, and they have good memories. They might discover his soul. If so, then there's no other way. The treasure warehouse has level 8 and 9 magical beasts. With his current strength, he can only handle level 6. To deal with them, he must first go to Joshua's place filled with magical power cores. "Let's empty the annex then." After the holy child decided to empty the annex, he was staying in the room looking at books. Whisper was very surprised. "Master, why do you look like you've been exorcised?" Because he was reading books about exorcism sacred techniques. If I knew how to use divine power, I could instantly learn sacred techniques. Theory alone can't give me any real feeling. Just then, Relai picked up the holy child. "You look very tired." Then he used a recovery sacred technique on him. While he was expecting Relai to use attack sacred techniques, Whisper reminded him, "We're going to the annex later, so you can't let them stay here." So, to drive the two away, the holy child immediately pretended to fall asleep. Meanwhile, Relai instructed the captain, "This is the totem Isaac made for the first time. Please keep it safe." Hearing this, the holy child was quite helpless. "They took away my totem. How am I supposed to absorb magical power?" Moments later, as the holy child was preparing to crawl to the annex, Whisper told him, "This door has been locked, and with sacred techniques." Damn. I can't ride on Whisper, nor can I use magic, or things will get very complicated. Just as he was wondering what to do, the next second, a figure opened the door to the room. The newcomer was Gowl's son, the Joshua family's holy child candidate, Shuri Joshua. "Is this little brat my competitor? A totem that even a genius like me can't make. It's impossible for this little brat to make it." Then divine power gathered in his hand. He wanted to teach Isaac a good lesson with sacred techniques. But the next second, the holy child struck him hard with magic. "Finally found my mount. This guy looks so much like Gowl, he must be his son. He even tried to attack me and use sacred techniques on me, so this guy deserves a beating." Without hesitation, the holy child immediately controlled the milk bottle and threw it at Shuri. But the next second, Shuri used a protective sacred technique to instantly deflect it. Seeing this, the holy child was very surprised. This guy can actually use level 3 defensive sacred techniques. Don't be surprised too early. Next comes the level 3 attack sacred technique, light sacred. Then, countless light balls flew towards the holy child, but he revealed a smile. "Thanks for the treat." In no time, the holy child instantly devoured the light sacred, and then created an even larger defensive sacred technique. Seeing this, Shuri was very shocked. How can this defensive sacred technique be so big? Then, the defensive sacred technique instantly transformed into countless light balls. As the holy child raised his hand, countless light balls flew towards Shuri's surroundings. At this moment, Whisper was very puzzled. "Although this feeling is great, master, is it really okay to kill a direct descendant?" "Don't be ridiculous. I wasn't even aiming at him. You can't hit anything. Why are you trying to scare me?" Just as he was about to berate Isaac, the next second, a black shadow appeared behind him. "You dare to raise your hand against my king? Are you looking for death?" Seeing this, Shuri immediately fell to the ground in fear. "What are you doing? Are you already so frightened? Come quickly and be my mount." After the holy child severely disciplined Shuri, he He was now riding on Shuri towards the annex. Although Shuri wanted to resist, fearing the dark demon, he had to reluctantly come to the annex. Moments later, he brought the Holy Child to what was known as the Ghost Mansion, Joshua's second annex. He was very afraid at this moment. This guy is a lunatic. Why bring me to such a place? But the Holy Child in whisper revealed a smile. After all, the magical power cores stored here could provide the Holy Child with magical power that would take decades to obtain. Then, under the threat of the dark demon, Shuri very unwillingly entered the annex. Just then, the Holy Child seemed to sense something. Even Whisper realized that the entire building was sealed, and there was a strong barrier on the door. Then, the Holy Child directed Shuri to come before a portrait. It was actually a portrait of historical family heads. At this moment, Shuri was very contemptuous. You're actually eyeing the position of family head, but it's useless, because I will be the next family head. The next second, the Holy Child threw the milk bottle and shattered the portrait. Seeing this, Shuri immediately widened his eyes. Are you joking? Those are our ancestors through the ages. Who told them to set up a barrier on the portrait? This result is entirely their own fault. Next, the Holy Child made his way to a warehouse by rolling. Then, he beckoned Whisper to close the warehouse door. Damn, what are you up to now? Hearing this, the Holy Child revealed a smile. Little kids don't need to know. Moments later, the Holy Child sat on the ground and began absorbing the surrounding magical power. Meanwhile, Relai and others were looking for them following the sound. Shuri, why are you here? Didn't I say absolutely no coming to the annex? You know this is forbidden territory and you dare to bring Isaac here. Many people saw you carrying Isaac running to this place, and attacked sacred technique traces were found in Isaac's room. All this was done by you, wasn't it? Just as Shuri was about to explain, a crying sound came from behind the door. And after Relai opened the door, he found that Isaac was crying behind the door. Thankfully, all is well, although scared, there's no problem. Then, Relai gave Shuri a fierce look. Shuri, you should feel ashamed. Meanwhile, the Holy Child showed an extremely cunning expression. Thanks to you, I ate very well. Seeing this, Shuri immediately fainted from anger. I didn't expect the magical power to increase so much, obtaining magical power all at once that would take at least 100 years of cultivation. With this magical power, I can use that battle plan. The scene shifted, and now Relai was introducing someone to the Holy Child. This is the person who will take care of you from now on. Her name is Asili. Joshua Imperial Holy Knight, Asili Larsh. Until the end of my life, I will serve young Master Isaac wholeheartedly. The Holy Child was very suspicious. Could it be because of last time's incident, so they sent someone to monitor me? So he immediately made a face, I don't need your service. But she was attracted by this cute expression. The Holy Child was quite helpless. Just then, Relai took out a ring from his bosom. This is a gift from Uncle for you. Seeing this, both were very puzzled. Was this picked up on the road? Actually giving this broken thing to an infant as a birthday ring? At this moment, Asili immediately recognized it as a Holy Maiden's treasure. Hearing this, the Holy Child immediately began to ponder. So it's true. The ring used by the Holy Maiden when fighting with me? The ancient ring containing small miracles of God. There is strong divine power inside. Although it can only be used once or twice, I know how to modify it. And, from that uncle's expression, this must be the real ring. Moments later, Gowl showed an extremely ingratiating expression. Damn, things are getting more and more troublesome. Previously, in order to prevent the Holy Child from receiving blessings, he damaged the blessing device in the vault. Unexpectedly, the treasure museum actually gave out the Holy Maiden's treasure. Originally, Gowl also wanted to get one for Shuri, but he indicated that Shuri had the Pope's blessing, so he didn't need this. At this moment, Gowl slowly said, if you want to give a gift, give something better, giving this kind of antique. Then, he took out a ring from his bosom. This is an item blessed by the Pope. Tomorrow when entering the vault, this will definitely help you. This is a valuable item that Relai absolutely cannot get. But the next second, the Holy Child gave Gowl a heavy blow to the head. This thing has the Pope's disgusting smell. Then, he threw it into the water. At this moment, Relai was very surprised. I didn't expect Isaac would choose the gift I gave. Meanwhile, the crowd was searching for the precious item, but they would never find it, because the Holy Child used magic to increase its weight. However, he still ordered Whisper to retrieve it at night. After all, the value of that ring was quite high. At this moment, Gowl was very angry. This guy actually threw away such a valuable item. Never mind anyway, that kid can't use the ancient ring. After all, it requires absorbing the divine power of more than 20 people to use it, which is absolutely impossible. And he was very curious, are there 10 participants in this object-grabbing ceremony? The scene shifted, and soon it was the day of the object-grabbing ceremony. At this moment, Asili was very happy to participate. There are a total of 148 holy children, plus servants and nobles, more than 4,000 people. All ducal families participated. Dozens of marquis families came too. I heard even the royal family sent a holy child. That's amazing. And Whisper was very shocked. Wasn't it supposed to be a holy child descended from heaven? Why are there so many holy child candidates? Even Relai was a bit confused. It's beyond imagination. I thought everyone would think it's a trap and no one would participate. Just then, Count Simon Age suddenly burst into the room. Simon, you came too? An event that shakes the empire, all families will participate. When they heard that a boy from the weak Joshua family would also participate, everyone believed this was definitely not a trap. So they all decided to participate. And besides, the Joshua family matriarch used that as a reward. How could they not come? I heard the Pope has also arrived here. Hearing this, Relai found it hard to believe. How could the Pope's family possibly come? While the two were discussing the Pope, the next second, the Pope appeared before everyone. Indeed, the wisdom of the sages is correct. It's actually Barrett Cardinal, a boy from the weak Joshua family holding an object-grabbing ceremony. I hope your family's child can bring back something from the vault to save face. I'm just curious about the Joshua family's holy child, though I don't seem to see that child. This is a rare opportunity. I wish the Joshua Holy Child candidate can elevate the Joshua name to a higher level. At this moment, Relai couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. Is this a conspiracy from the Pope's Hall? Last week, there were only 25 Holy Child candidates, but this week it suddenly increased to 148. This must be the Pope's Hall's doing. Everyone wants their child to become the Holy Child. Putting those children into the vault would squeeze them out of the competition. Taking advantage of the chaos, they might even extend their evil hands. If so, Isaac will be in danger. Boys born in the Joshua family, besides excellent looks and family reputation, have no other use. But for those who want to obtain the excellent genes of the Joshua family, and those who want to curry favor with the Pope's family which detests the Holy Maiden's family, the males of the Joshua family are the most delicious prey. They often play small pranks on Joshua family's children. Although they can't kill them, they must make them unable to do anything. For example, putting sacred poison in his drinking water, making him a laughingstock in front of everyone. At this moment, Isaac was enjoying drinking water with sacred poison. This taste is really good. Seeing this, everyone present was extremely shocked. How much has this guy drunk? And he was frantically shouting that it wasn't enough. At this time, everyone was dumbfounded. Wasn't there laxative in the water bottle? How come he's not affected at all? At this moment, Shuri beside him felt very embarrassed. Why does this guy like to drink drugged water? Then, he slowly came to Isaac and said to him, "Don't embarrass the Joshua family. You can't even tell which water has been drugged?" Saying this, Shuri handed him a bottle of water without drugs. Seeing this, the Holy Child immediately splashed the water on his face. "I don't drink water without drugs." Next, he asked everyone for drugged water. "Mine has sacred poison." Hearing this, the Holy Child became more excited. Without a second thought, he started grabbing it. At this point, Shuri was speechless. Just then, a voice sounded, "Is this child sacrificing himself? Kina Barit? Why is this guy here? I didn't hear that the Pope's family would also send someone to participate." And everyone was puzzled. Why would someone from the Pope's family enter the Holy Maiden's vault? This time he's definitely going to win. It seems this is the one who has been internally designated as the true Holy Child. But can the Barrett Pope's family produce such a pure hair color? At this moment, Kina slowly said, "It's not strange for the Pope's family to enter the Holy Maiden's vault. The Pope's family is the boss of all clergy. So of course the Holy Maiden's vault also belongs to the Pope's family. I'm just here to take what belongs to me." Meanwhile, Isaac was watching him from the side. This guy talks so arrogantly, indeed someone from the Pope's family. But this kid is simply a monster. In terms of divine power alone, he has already surpassed the bishop. But is he still the number 0 Holy Child candidate? Just then, Kina slowly said, "How can such a small child possibly have poison resistance? It must be the power of the Holy Maiden protecting him." Saying this, he began using detoxificate ion sacred techniques to detoxify Isaac. And Isaac saw through his intentions at a glance. Is this guy trying to use me to showcase his abilities? So he mercilessly punched Kina in the face. Seeing this, everyone present was stunned. The divine power actually disappeared. How could this guy possibly counteract my divine power? Could he be stronger than me? Damn, just a bug from the Joshua family. Just as the conflict between the two was about to erupt, the next second, Shuri promptly took Isaac away. Seeing this, Kina couldn't lose his temper either. So he had to choose to leave. "Joshua's boy, I wish you success. Bringing back anything would save your family's face. But the most precious treasure in the vault is mine." Joshua's people can't get anywhere near the Skeleton King's physical body. Hearing this, Isaac immediately flew into a rage. What the hell is that guy saying? What happened to the Skeleton King's body? The matriarch said, "Whoever brings back the Skeleton King's physical body will personally teach special skills." Damn you, Melissa. Actually joking with my physical body. Before the object-grabbing ceremony began, the Holy Child was deep in thought. A body that has accumulated magical power for hundreds of years. If he could get the body, he would instantly reach level 10, and he was very dissatisfied. These guys are all after his body, stealing it is impossible now. We'll just kill those troublemakers. Just then, an elder was introducing the history of the vault to everyone. But the Holy Child planned to leave first, with a loud boom. At this moment, everyone present was stunned, because Isaac was rushing towards the vault with high-speed strides. Seeing this, the elder was very worried. That area is forbidden. If you go in there, all the traps in the entire vault will be activated. Stop that guy quickly. On the other side, at the Joshua family's mansion banquet hall, Asili was very worried, hoping that the young master would be safe and sound. At this moment, the butler slowly said, "Connect to the inside of the vault. 3 familiars are following behind. We'll know the situation inside soon." Currently, the first gate of the vault has opened, and the Holy Child candidates are passing through one after another. Currently, Armanage is in 3rd place. The 2nd place is Shuri Joshua, and the 1st place is Isaac. No way, that's Isaac Joshua. Meanwhile, the elder was pursuing Isaac relentlessly. There are all traps there. With a bang, the elder was immediately stunned by a trap, and those following behind fell into traps one after another. At this moment, Shuri was very dissatisfied. Why did you run inside and cause such a big mess? The vault's trials are already dangerous, and now you still have to avoid traps that defeat intruders. Moments later, the Holy Child arrived at the 2nd checkpoint, and Whisper was very happy. Thanks to the Master absorbing the magical power core in the annex, I've also been upgraded by 1 level. Then I can use you more. Go catch that guy quickly. Meanwhile, in everyone's eyes, Shuri was floating in midair. Could it be that the Joshua family told him the method to pass in advance? Damn, this isn't flying by my will. Then, Whisper brought Shuri to the Holy Child. Shuri was very dissatisfied. Although I don't know how you passed the first checkpoint's trial, but starting from the 2nd checkpoint, making mistakes will really cause trouble. Before Shuri could start explaining, the Holy Child immediately launched a lightning magic attack at him. So annoying. You just need to tell me what's in the 2nd checkpoint. To enter the 2nd checkpoint, you absolutely cannot attack enemies. And the Holy Child was puzzled. Why can't we attack enemies? That's the way to complete the 2nd checkpoint. No matter what appears, just endure for 3 minutes without attacking. Cliché program. Isn't it just testing patience? As long as you don't attack, you can pass. Then enduring for 3 minutes is not a big deal. As the Holy Child slowly pushed open the door, the next second a voice sounded, "Welcome to the Peaceful Heart checkpoint. Maintain calmness without wavering. I will guide you into the light." On the other side, Kina was walking at the back of the team with a group of people. "We don't need to risk taking dangerous paths. Let those meat shields clear the traps for us first. And don't forget, there are 2 level 8 demons guarding the 2nd checkpoint. Anyway, those who enter first will all be blocked at the entrance. Look, the trial has already begun." Meanwhile, a deity suddenly appeared before everyone, but the next second, it was instantly killed by the Holy Child with a lightning magic attack. Seeing this, Shuri showed an extremely shocked expression. "Damn, this is terrible. You're simply a madman." Seeing that disgusting face of the deity, being able to endure for 3 seconds is already a long time. Meanwhile, a huge puppet appeared before everyone. Those who don't understand patience will receive divine punishment. At this moment, Shuri was very terrified. "It's over. I'm definitely dead." But the Holy Child beside him had already gathered magical power. As he suddenly unleashed lightning magic, it immediately penetrated the puppet's chest. This scared Shuri quite a bit. Such a large puppet was killed just like that. What's wrong with this guy? After the Holy Child finished off the giant puppet, he was deep in thought. Isn't this a level 8 magical beast? You must be joking. This golem seems to be made with magic by one of my subordinates. The Skeleton King's most elite demons. The exclusive magic of a certain demon from the 14 domain demons. Damn, actually serving as a doorkeeper at Joshua? Or is this related to my physical body? No, I need to personally confirm. Just then, a voice sounded. I didn't expect Joshua family's boy could be useful. I knew it. Joshua family people definitely know the method to pass. The speaker was the 3rd son of Duke Sepet, Nizer Sepet. Thank you so much for solving the doorkeeper problem for us. Wait, they wouldn't have gone in first to set traps, would they? I didn't expect the Joshua family would do such a despicable thing. Shuri, are you also in this together? Hearing this, Shuri looked confused. This can't be explained. You all saw this child avoid all the traps. It must be the object on his chest that worked. There must be something hidden inside this ring. With this, we can avoid all the traps ahead. At this moment, Shuri was very puzzled. Why isn't this guy taking any action? He doesn't seem like someone who would quietly let others take his things. Moments later, Nizer led everyone slowly walking forward. Joshua family people shouldn't participate. The Skeleton King's physical body that generations of saints couldn't bring out, I, the 3rd son of Duke Sepet, will definitely bring it out. As he confidently walked forward, the next second, a raging fire suddenly sprang up. Shuri was very shocked. What's going on? And the Holy Child had long planned to use them as bait. Moments later, Shuri brought Isaac to the 2nd checkpoint of the vault. It seems that the traps in the 2nd checkpoint have all been cleared. But why are they following behind me? And they admired the Holy Child greatly. What Nizer took was an antique ring. Joshua family people would definitely not do such disgraceful things. At this moment, Shuri was thinking, "You should run away quickly. This kid is a monster more terrible than demons." At this time, a voice sounded, "If there really is a holy child, it should be like you. Little young master of Joshua family, hello. I am the second prince of Julius' kingdom, Paris Julius. Isn't Julius the kingdom located to the east of Hera? I heard that the prince of that country has received God's blessing. It seems this kid is somewhat useful." Just then, Shuri reminded Isaac, "We have reached the door of the third checkpoint." At this moment, a figure slowly appeared before everyone. "The third checkpoint is the rethinking checkpoint. Let's see your courage and awareness." Seeing this, several people nearby were very happy. Fortunately, we didn't follow Nizer but followed him instead. "The Skeleton King's physical body is ours." At this moment, the doorkeeper's voice sounded again. "The test is simple. Defeat us and seize glory." At this time, Isaac looked at the doorkeeper and fell into thought, could this doorkeeper be, as I suspected? How interesting. Then the Holy Child pointed to a young man nearby. Isaac's judgment is correct, they are lying. The first checkpoint is the checkpoint of choice. Isaac ran wildly. The second checkpoint is the peaceful heart checkpoint. Isaac didn't endure. The third checkpoint is the rethinking checkpoint. Rethinking this sentence is a clue to think about what happened in the first and second checkpoints. It seems we absolutely cannot attack them. Just then, Isaac directed everyone to walk to the side. Even if he's like a demon, after all, he is a descendant of the Holy Maiden family Joshua. Could he have inherited a bit of the Holy Maiden's kind character? Maybe I've misunderstood Isaac before. The next second, Isaac suddenly used magic to attack the doorkeeper. Seeing this, Shuri was very confused. Meanwhile, the doorkeeper said angrily, "You answered incorrectly." Next, he launched an attack on everyone nearby. In no time, the surroundings turned into a mess. What's going on? Could it be your mischief again? But Isaac revealed a smile. Holy child candidates, casually believing others' words. It's really too stupid. That was just a lying puppet made by the 14 domain demons using magic. Let these kids taste the bitterness of life. At this moment, the puppet began indiscriminately attacking everyone. But Isaac and others had already hidden using level 6 transparency sacred techniques. This is the blessing that Uncle Relay told him to use at critical moments. It was used at the most appropriate time. Meanwhile, the prince expressed gratitude to the Holy Child. "Thank you for using the transparency sacred technique on me." At this moment, the Holy Child threw the ring to the prince. Could this be prepared for me who is not used to fighting with demons? The next second, the ring instantly drained the prince's divine power. Seeing this, the Holy Child couldn't help but show an evil smile. After all, the prince had the most divine power. But Shuri broke out in a cold sweat. "Uncle, where on earth did you pick up such a monster?" On the other side, the Holy Child candidates were striving to resist the puppet's attack. Just as the candidate was about to use sacred techniques to attack the puppet, he was instantly drained of divine power and collapsed to the ground. In no time, the divine power of the princes around was absorbed completely. At this moment, even the lying puppet was stunned. What's going on exactly? Meanwhile, the Holy Child was directing Whisper to go to the other side to absorb divine power. "Kids, don't feel wronged. This lying puppet won't continue attacking once the opponent falls down. Being drained of divine power and fainting is much better than being injured, right?" Just then, a powerful lightning sacred technique suddenly came and hit the lying puppet directly. "Finally found you, Isaac and Shuri." But the Holy Child showed a disdainful expression. Why did this guy appear only now? But Shuri looked extremely shocked. "I heard he was a genius, but I didn't expect him to be so formidable. Being able to summon sacred spirits at such a young age, this is simply a monstrous existence." At this moment, Kina slowly said, "To be honest, I was startled. I didn't expect that besides me, there would be someone else who could defeat demons. Or is it like the first checkpoint, where you let other children fall into traps?" At this moment, a candidate nearby explained, "It's not like that. Isaac wanted to help us pass the trial. That's why it turned out like this. He told us which direction to go. He is our benefactor." At this time, Whisper revealed a sinister smile. Have their brains gone bad? Seeing this, Kina immediately began taunting. "You are Holy Child candidates, yet you need to accept help from a baby. What are you proud of? You did nothing when we fell into traps. Isaac is more like a holy child compared to you. You did nothing and still came here smoothly." "That's right. Following the Joshua family is much better than following you." Just then, a violent shake came. Next, the third door suddenly appeared before everyone. "Is this the door to the third checkpoint?" At this moment, a voice came from an energy ball. "Congratulations on completing the second checkpoint. I am the last doorkeeper protecting this vault. You choose. Either select treasures here and end the test, or continue to enter the third checkpoint to face the trial. Please answer carefully. By passing the trial, you can see the treasures of the third checkpoint. But if you fail the trial, you could die." Meanwhile, Whisper was a bit surprised. "Master, from the doorkeeper's voice and magical power, it seems to be a dragon." Yes, what he said about possibly dying is probably true. At this moment, everyone nearby was hesitant. They all wanted to get the treasures from the third checkpoint to become a saint, but they were afraid of encountering mishaps. Soon, all candidates present decided to enter the third checkpoint. Since you all want to take the trial despite risking your lives, I understand. Then you shall face the trial. People who gather here to become holy children, face the trial. The final trial is very simple. Worship the god. At this moment, a huge idol of a god appeared before everyone. This seems to be the trial of the main god. At this moment, the voice of the deity sounded again. Express reverence to the god. Only those who prove their faith in the trial can enter the third checkpoint. Hearing this, everyone was puzzled. Do we just need to kneel down and pray to the trial? This is too simple, but Isaac beside them showed extreme anger. You must be joking, making me kneel to this hateful deity? This guy who has fooled me for hundreds of years. Meanwhile, a candidate took the lead in expressing reverence to the trial. God who possesses all glory and honor, your servant worships you. Seeing this, the stone statue immediately acknowledged his reverence. I didn't expect it would be so simple. Just then, Isaac jumped down from Shuri's head. You must be joking? I will absolutely not kneel to the idol. But Kina slowly said, the method of prayer in the Pope's hall. Watch carefully. This is the correct posture for worshipping God. At this moment, everyone present began to imitate him. Meanwhile, a candidate stood aside, looking bewildered. Seeing this, the statue said with some displeasure, are you directly giving up worshipping the statue and choosing death? No, I will do as they are doing. Just then, the statue noticed Isaac. Little child, why haven't you knelt down? Hearing this, everyone couldn't help but look at him. What was wrong with this guy? Could it be that there was an issue with his faith? It seems the rumor that the Joshua family lacks faith in God is true. But Kina showed a mischievous smile. This will all be recorded. Does he want to lose his qualification as a holy child? Even with talent, lacking faith means immediate elimination. Meanwhile, the statue spoke, Child of the Holy Maiden family, you are being extremely disrespectful. Then, a powerful energy instantly pressed down on Isaac. The disrespectful must die. Seeing this, Isaac immediately became angry. I would rather die than kneel to you. Might as well smash this stone statue. Just as he was about to use magic to attack the statue. The next second, the statue revealed a smile. How impressive. Little child, holy child candidate qualified, allowed to proceed to the third level. Hearing this, all candidates were shocked. What did that mean? Wasn't it said that one must show faith to pass? He didn't even pray. How could he possibly qualify? Among all present, only that little child is qualified to enter the third level, because only he showed his faith to God. Don't you understand? I am not God. You were just kneeling to a stone statue. Is your faith about kneeling to a stone statue? At this moment, everyone was stunned. Damn. They had been tricked. And the book also says not to bow down to stone idols. Look at this child. Even facing the fear of death, he didn't lose his faith. So only he earned the qualification to enter the third level. Just then, Kina was very dissatisfied with this. He's a baby who can't even speak clearly. How can you prove he didn't kneel because of faith? If this child truly has faith, then why doesn't he have the holy mark? Hearing this, everyone present began to discuss. Indeed, how could a holy child candidate not have a holy mark? But the statue's words stunned everyone. That's because he's still a baby, and babies indeed have this possibility. Is that reasonable? And you can even move. At this moment, all holy child candidates were clamoring to enter the third level. Since everyone wants to enter the third level, I'll let you in. If you want to rush to your death like moths to a flame, then I'll let you in. As the door slowly opened, a powerful magical force instantly surged toward everyone, immediately pressing them so they could barely breathe. Do you feel it? The magical energy emanating from the Skeleton King's body. A bunch of presumptuous youngsters, I originally wanted to spare your lives. And at this time, Isaac on the side revealed a smile. That's right, this is it. My body is right here. Since self-destructing in the divine realm, I thought I'd never see it again. To think it would leak so much magical power. Just then, the statue's voice sounded again. Look at this child who has proven his faith. What a brave warrior's expression he has. Where is that brave? His eyes are clearly not normal anymore. There's still time now. Will you go in smiling in the face of death and fear like this child? Or choose to give up, and I'll let you pick treasures from the second level. In an instant, many people backed down. Isn't it better to pick the best treasures from the second level? Just then, Kina slowly said, We don't need treasures from the second level. We all want to enter the third level. Please activate all the traps of the third level. Hearing this, all candidates present were stunned. The Skeleton King is a treasure that generations of saints couldn't bring out. Even that genius Holy Maiden Melissa couldn't take it out. It seems you know what's inside? I don't want to be told that I got the treasure easily. So please return the third level to its most dangerous state. Only this way can I prove my abilities surpass the Holy Maiden. At this moment, Isaac was surprised. This child's thinking is really abnormal. Since you put it that way, very well. This will make it easier to judge who is the true holy child. Meanwhile, several candidates nearby appeared very scared. Damn, why drag in innocent people like us? The next second, everyone was transported into the third level. Isaac was very excited. This is more like the demon realm. and he quickly noticed the Skeleton King's body not far away. Looks like it absorbed quite a bit of power in the third level. At the same time, several candidates felt extremely afraid. Is this the Skeleton King's body? Just one hand can release so much magical energy. That's not a hand, it's a thumb. The rest are just magical forms. Just then, a powerful magical force shot straight to the sky. The next second, a demon suddenly appeared before everyone. Seeing this, the Holy Child candidates were extremely shocked. Isn't this a demon? Aren't demons only supposed to be gatekeepers of the second level? At this moment, the demon's roar came. You bunch of insect-like creatures, how dare you covet my king's body? At this time, everyone began to blame Kina. This is all because of you that we're in this situation. What do we do now? Trust me, I will help all of you bring treasures out. 14 Domain Demon, the Skeleton King's confidant, just a demon captured by the Pope's family. I know in advance the holy method to deal with this monster. The treasure will definitely be mine. The next second, Kina's eyes burst with golden light, immediately freezing the monster in place, unable to move. This is the holy light of the Pope's family. Just as Kina thought he had succeeded, the monster suddenly lowered its body. Is it you? The one who covets my king's body? Meanwhile, at the treasury entrance, everyone was very worried about what was happening inside. Even the communication with the summoned demons was cut off. At this time, someone shouted loudly, "Big trouble! The demon seal of the third level has been broken." Hearing this, everyone was shocked. Relai, the demon of the third level, is a 14 Domain Demon. Even Relai couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. What's going on? If the seal is really broken, then everyone will be in danger. And the butler nearby was very curious. Where are the elders and patriarchs who were supervising inside? They disappeared suddenly on the way to turn off the traps. Damn, the children can't handle this at all. We must stop the ritual immediately. The next second, a holy light emanated from the entrance. The strong light instantly made everyone unable to open their eyes. Has the treasury been opened? What is this intense light? Can't feel any demonic energy from here at all. Did someone kill the 14 Domain Demon? Could it be Kina who did it? At this moment, everyone began to speak favorably to the Pope, and the Pope revealed a mischievous smile. Joshua is presumptuous, one who covets the Pope's power. The Pope has obtained the Skeleton King's body. Now he can only bow down to us. You can no longer be arrogant. Just then, the children were slowly coming out from inside. Isaac and Shuri, you must be safe. A moment later, many holy children safely walked out from the entrance. Although everyone was injured, fortunately, they were minor injuries. And they were very puzzled. Have the children who entered the third level not returned yet? Could something have happened? Just then, the last batch of children walked out from the entrance. Arman, Shuri, are you all right? All these children came out, but Isaac was notably missing. This time, Relai completely panicked. At this moment, the Pope said to Kina, "What are you holding in your hand? Where's the Skeleton King's body? Who let you bring back such a thing?" At this moment, a holy light descended from the sky. Then, a huge wolf suddenly appeared before everyone. It's actually Isaac! At this time, Asili was very shocked. Could that wolf be the young guardian dragon god, holy dragon that protects the treasury? That's right, he is the young dragon guarding the treasury. This aura is definitely the holy dragon, invited by my dragon-related mother to protect the treasury. Just then, everyone noticed something in Isaac's mouth. It's the Skeleton King's body. At this moment, everyone felt extremely excited, finally brought out the Skeleton King's body. Meanwhile, the Pope, feeling he had lost face, taunted. Kina must have given the Skeleton King's body to that child, right? After all, he needs to take care of the host's face. But then, the holy dragon's voice sounded, "What nonsense are you talking about? The one who brought out the body is this child. You ridiculous people." Going back to when everyone encountered the monster, Kina's powerful spells had no effect on the 14 Domain Demon. Just as the monster was about to attack everyone, a blue protective shield instantly blocked his attack. If it's blue holy power, could it be the Joshua family's child? Faced with the monster's roar, Isaac chose to use his fist to wake him up. This guy doesn't even recognize his master anymore. Back to the present, everyone began to discuss, was it really the Joshua family's child who brought it out? At this moment, Relai slowly said, "Great Dragon, releasing the demon seal is too dangerous." You mean the 14 Domain Demon? It was that white-haired boy who asked me to release the seal. At this, all candidates began to accuse Kina. That's right. It was Kina who demanded to activate all traps. In an instant, all arrows pointed at the Pope's family. So the Joshua family's boy defeated the Pope family's child? This is a big deal. It seems the Joshua family has made up its mind to rise again. Just then, many elders signaled Isaac to spit out the bone. After all, with this, they could use spells to find the Skeleton King's whereabouts. Hearing this, Isaac was very shocked. So you want to get my body to find me? So for his own safety, Isaac immediately swallowed the bone. Seeing this, many elders were extremely shocked. Damn, what should we do now? After the Holy Child swallowed the Skeleton King's finger, everyone hoped the Holy Child could excrete it. But in fact, this was absolutely impossible. But more than this, Isaac was concerned about what happened in the treasury. At that time, he had awakened the raging demon with just one punch. Could this be the Master's magical power? After hearing the news of the Master's death, I thought the world was heading toward destruction, but I always believed the Master would come back alive. Master, you must be careful of the Pope's Hall. But before he could finish, the demon disappeared on the spot. Damn, at least finish what you were saying before leaving. I have so many questions to ask. At this moment, Isaac fell into thought. It seems he was captured by people from the Pope's Hall. Well, I'll investigate later. Just then, Rely handed a bottle to the Holy Child. Isaac, drink all these laxatives. Hearing this, he immediately felt extremely angry. This damn family, I will definitely overthrow you one day. Meanwhile, an elder nearby was very panicked. If the mother finds out, she might really cut open Isaac's stomach. That's right. Although he has only cut open his son's ribcage before, it's not impossible for this to happen to his grandson. But the Holy Child appeared very calm. Isn't Melissa on a pilgrimage with a family head? As long as I absorb the magical power completely and then escape from here before she returns, it will be fine. Just then, Gowl slowly said to Rely, "Come out for a moment, Mother has something for you." Hearing this, Rely was very shocked. Mother came back so quickly? She has never returned this fast before. Even the Holy Child broke out in a cold sweat. Damn, is it because of me that she returned early? I haven't completely absorbed the magical power yet. It will be dangerous if discovered. With Melissa's temperament, she might really cut open my stomach. Scene change, everyone looked at the treasures before them with great surprise. Are all these gifts for Isaac? At this time, everyone finally breathed a sigh of relief. I thought Mother had returned. Mother just sent back a sealed voice letter. At this moment, the captain added, the Pope's family also sent gifts. Hearing this, everyone present immediately felt disgusted. Sell all that dirty stuff. Just then, a representative from the Pope's Hall slowly said, His Majesty is very concerned about this matter. The Pope's family, to express apologies and gratitude to the Joshua family, has prepared many gifts. But it seems you don't like these gifts. Then you will definitely like this one. The Cardinal said this will definitely help young Master Isaac. At this moment, the elders looked at the gift before them with great shock. This is the Triple Crown. And the Holy Child was very puzzled. What is that thing? Should be a medal engraved with the Pope's emblem of honor. Why would the Pope give Isaac a medal? At this time, the Pope's Hall representative called out, Rely, please accept it on Isaac's behalf. This is a reward for him. And Isaac was very puzzled. Why not give it to me directly? Why give it to Uncle? Hearing this, Rely couldn't help but tremble all over. What a joke. Actually giving the medal to me? Of course, the Pope ordered that it must be handed to Rely personally. At this moment, an elder appeared extremely angry, actually giving Isaac's things to his family. Do you think we don't know what you're trying to express? This medal is to commend the merits of the deceased. Hearing this, the Pope's Hall representative revealed a smile. We don't mean that. It's just that Isaac is still young, so we'll give it to his family first. Stop making excuses. Don't you know that in the Pope's family, the sunflower represents the merits of the fallen? Damn Pope's family, always mocking the Joshua family's curse. Just then, Gowl signaled the elder to calm down. Escalating this matter won't do the family any good. Although he is from an outside family, the Cardinal's actions are truly disgusting. Meanwhile, the Holy Child slowly waved his right hand. The next second, the metal began to burn. Seeing this, everyone present was very shocked. This is holy fire. Damn. Who used holy fire to burn the metal? At this moment, all eyes were on the Holy Child. Could it be Isaac who did it? After the Holy Child burned the metal, the Pope's Hall representative was very angry. You actually destroyed the medal bestowed by the Pope. Are you trying to rebel? Hearing this, many elders showed an indifferent attitude. Why are you getting angry at a child? And Relay said, let's just pretend we didn't receive the medal since there was an incident before accepting it. Or do you want us to accept this medal that was burned by a baby? Hearing this, the representative immediately wanted to take back the medal. But the next second, a holy fire instantly enveloped him. Seeing this, the elders nearby all appeared very happy. Our Isaac is really mischievous. Not long after, the representative hurriedly fled from here. Then an elder instructed Gowl to throw away that unlucky medal immediately. At this moment, an elder said to Rely, Rely, you did well. Holy fire is really a clever move. But Rely was very puzzled. Wasn't it used by the elders? At this time, everyone realized that it was actually Isaac who used the holy fire. Could it be that all the holy methods that appeared during the ceremony were all used by Isaac? Secret Teaching Book, a mythical treasure that allows immediate learning and use of reverse transmission techniques. Isaac had brought it out from the treasury earlier. Although not as good as the Skeleton King's fire magic, it's still very useful. At this moment, people were discussing, did Isaac's mother use holy methods on him? But the baby's mother is not of the fire attribute, but the completely opposite attribute. This little guy's talent is even more impressive than Melissa. After all, even the Holy Maiden only learned holy methods after learning to read. At this time, Asili slowly said, the elders deleted the Pope's blessing. That's what's more surprising. That's right, quickly bring back the medal. I want to check it personally. But then they found that the metal had disappeared, and Gowl immediately said, "I've already thrown that thing away. Why are you all looking at me like that? The elders told me to throw it away." Without any hesitation, the elders immediately sent people to search. But Gowl thought to himself at this time, to actually melt the Pope family's metal that no fire can melt. This must never reach the family head's ears. I'd better find a safe place to throw away the metal. A few days later, Duke Joshua returned to the territory with his team. We're about to reach the mansion. Everyone, don't let your guard down. And at this time, he noticed something in the river. That thing looks like. On the other side, the elders were very shocked. He drank so many laxatives. Why haven't we seen the skeleton king's body? But the holy child was savoring the food he just ate. He had eaten exactly 500 of the Julius Kingdom's forest fruits. That fruit can enhance affinity with divine beasts, serving as items or companion divine beasts during fights. If I start cultivating affinity now, it can become an essential weapon to suppress the Pope and the divine race in the future. I remember the Joshua family also has divine beasts. The next second, a huge whale appeared before his eyes. The Joshua family's divine beast, Haranbloom. Just then, the family head's voice sounded, "I'll attend the banquet later." Then, he came to the holy child. At this moment, the holy child was very curious. Is this person the head of the Joshua family, my grandfather? The light emitted by the survival prayer is very bright. It feels very good. Just as Reli thought his father wanted to cut open Isaac's stomach, the family head said, "Throw him into the furnace." Hearing this, the holy child was stunned. Is the survival prayer broken? Why burn me? This crazy family, I must quickly find a way to leave here. As Reli tried to stop his father, the family head slowly explained, "If we throw Isaac into the furnace, not only can we retrieve the skeleton king's body, but he can also receive the blessing of fire and become stronger." Hearing this, Reli immediately refused, "Please give us more time, or simply throw him into water." But Gowl believed this was not feasible. The fire and water in the temple are used to cultivate the holy maiden Joshua's secret teachings. How can they be used on a baby without any abilities? At this moment, the two began to argue. Gowl believed that Shuri was the one who defeated the demon in the treasury, so the secret teachings should be reserved for him. As for the holy dragon, he must have misunderstood something. After all, how could a baby who couldn't even walk defeat a demon? Just then, Reli mentioned the Pope's metal burned by holy fire. Is this the metal you're talking about? The next second, the family head took out the unburned metal from his bosom. At this moment, the holy child was very puzzled. Even as the skeleton king, I couldn't melt gold so easily. Could it be that this reincarnated body of mine has become more powerful? The Pope is the only figure connected to God. The metal contains gold blessed by the Pope. And everyone was very curious. Where did you find it? I picked it up from the bottom of Lake Eliseva. At this moment, Reli was very happy. Father, look, Isaac burned the Pope family symbol with fire. That's right, family head, Isaac is a natural-born skeleton king hunter. Not long ago, commoners suffered heavy losses from the hidden skeleton king attacks. If left unchecked, the era of the skeleton king will definitely revive. Hearing this, Whisper was very puzzled. It seems someone is impersonating you, Master. Although the holy child was a bit concerned about who the demon king really was, it would be more convenient for him to act if someone else was drawing the hatred. Just then, Reli mentioned the curse from 70 years ago. The skeleton king appeared in the Joshua family mansion and cursed the holy maiden lineage to end. Hearing this, the holy child immediately fell into thought, a curse on the bloodline? So that's why they say I won't live long. But demon curses are child's play. As long as magical power is suppressed, there's no danger to life. But then, an elder's words struck the holy child like a bolt from the blue. Even if he doesn't die, he'll eventually go bald and never be able to have children his entire life. Hearing this, the holy child immediately felt extremely angry. This is simply no way to enjoy life properly. Damn imposter, I'll kill you myself. At this moment, the family head's voice sounded. A curse? Judging from the red eyes, you indeed are cursed, but fire and water won't work. Let's give him to the Holy Spirit. Hearing this, everyone present was extremely shocked. Even the holy child was a bit surprised. The Holy Spirit from the sacred camp, given as a reward, is the necessary condition for those gods who want to reach the transcendent realm. This is simply a windfall. As long as I have the Holy Spirit and reach the transcendent realm, I can beat those damn gods to a pulp. Meanwhile, Gowl immediately questioned the family head's words. Only those who have enhanced the family head's prestige deserve the Holy Spirit, but Isaac hasn't made any contribution to the family. Even if he burned the metal, it was only because the Pope's family provoked him first. The Pope's family definitely won't let this go. Hearing this, the family head immediately became angry. Then guess what the Pope's family did by sending the metal? They are provoking us on Joshua's territory, but you just sent them back and even speak for them. Besides only slandering your young nephew. Do you also want to ruin your nephew's livelihood? Even animals know to protect their young. The Joshua family is a family that protects young children. The child we should protect actually defended our pride. Isn't this an act that enhances the Joshua family's reputation? Then the family head ordered everyone. All family members come to the main hall. I want to bless Joshua. Scene change, Rely was very puzzled. Father, you're not really going to give the Holy Spirit to Isaac, are you? Don't you understand? If we put Isaac in water or fire to take out the Skeleton King's body, he will develop flaws. The temple's fire and water are too strong and will repel all magic, making him unable to learn exorcism holy methods. That way, he would never be able to become a level 5 or above holy official. I'm letting Isaac choose between water, fire, and the Holy Spirit. This is today's test. Then, he placed the beads in front of Isaac. Isaac, quickly pick one. At this time, Rely was very nervous. Isaac, you must choose the white bead representing the Holy Spirit. But the next second, he chose the red bead. Seeing this, everyone fell into silence. Just as Gal was about to mock Rely, the red bead shattered into pieces. Then, a raging fire instantly ignited. Isn't this the flame of the temple? Could it be the Holy Spirit? At this time, Gal was very puzzled. Father, what's going on? Why is there a Holy Spirit in the bead? I never said there was a Holy Spirit in only one bead. The Joshua family's mainstream is water. But for a child who can burn the Pope family's gold with fire, I arranged a trap in the final test. Indeed, he chose the correct answer. Meanwhile, the Holy Spirit was raging. Eli Joshua, what joke are you playing? Actually calling me a king-level being to the human world. With a roar, the Holy Spirit emanated a powerful heat around it. Father, you can't summon a king-level being no matter what. Do you want to burn down the entire duchy? At this moment, Eli pointed a finger to the side. It was that boy who summoned it. This boy might really die. At this moment, he was somewhat surprised. I was planning to summon the ultimate, but I didn't expect to summon a king level with just a little holy power. If I had used full power to summon, I really don't know what would have come out. Just then, he suddenly realized that before him was the anti-magic holy fire. This is a flame that can convert magical power into holy power. Although this is very helpful for Isaac currently. But how should he tame this Holy Spirit? And most importantly, king-level Holy Spirits have connections with the divine realm. So the most prudent approach is to absolutely avoid any connection with gods. Just then, an elder pointed at the Holy Spirit and shouted, "Isn't this the crazy Holy Spirit who even broke off relations with the gods?" That's right, being mocked for the color of her hair, I would definitely break off relations with the gods too. Meanwhile, the Holy Spirit threw a fire toward the elder. Then she loudly questioned the family head. "What are you up to? Actually summoning me into a master servant summoning array?" To this, the family head immediately said, "It wasn't me, it was that baby who summoned you." At this moment, the air fell into silence. "Are you joking? Using a child as a sacrifice to summon me? Even though the Joshua family isn't what it used to be, you shouldn't do something like this to this child." But this child's situation seems very strange, and the Holy Child appeared extremely excited. "This Holy Spirit is quite powerful, and she's a sworn enemy of those gods. Now I must get her and use her as a filter for magical power." Meanwhile, the Holy Spirit immediately summoned a huge flame. If he really is the one who summoned me, then according to the laws of the Master Servant summoning array, he must be able to withstand this attack. The next second, a powerful flame went straight toward the Holy Child. With a sound of poof, the Holy Child remained completely unharmed. At this time, the family head's voice sounded, "Do you understand now? The one who summoned you is this baby. It's your decision, either sign a contract with that child, or receive punishment for breaking the contract." Punishment? I'm king level. Do you think I would be afraid? Since I've been summoned to the human world, I'll take this opportunity to destroy Joshua. Let you see the sight of your land being burned. Just then, the Holy Child put her in his mouth. Seeing this, everyone present was extremely shocked. "Isaac, that's not food. This time you absolutely cannot swallow it." Just as the Holy Spirit was about to use spatial movement, she found she couldn't activate it no matter what. The next second, a magical power instantly enveloped her. Damn, how can there be magical energy here? To this, the family head immediately said, "Isaac previously swallowed the Skeleton King's thumb, and the Holy Spirit had no resistance to magical energy. After all, in the entire holy camp, Holy Spirits are the cleanest and purest holy power. They are very vulnerable against magical power." At this moment, the Holy Spirit wanted to ask the family head for help. But the family head said he couldn't help, because the Skeleton King's power was too strong. "Why don't you stay in my grandson's body for now? I'll send you home after purifying the Skeleton King's magical power." Damn, this is why I hate you all. If it weren't for the Holy Maiden family, I would have severed ties with you long ago. Give me 4 days. Lock me up with this child. 4 days should be enough to purify the finger. Then, the family head ordered everyone. "Open the east gate. Take Isaac and the Holy Spirit over there." No one is allowed in until the purification is complete. And when others wanted to say something, they were rejected by the family head. "I don't want to hear any objections." At this moment, the Holy Child revealed a mischievous smile. The East City is right next to the annex where many magical power cores are stored. Scene change. In the Joshua Mansion's East City. At this moment, a huge explosion sounded. Another explosion? It must be young Master Isaac. More precisely, it should be the Skeleton King's magical power. The family head seems to have given up. The next heir should be Gowl, who has Pope's blood. Or his elder brother, right? After all, young Master Isaac is cursed and has been eliminated from the list of heirs. But is young Master Isaac really cursed? Hearing this, everyone immediately said, "Yesterday a servant peeked at the young master but fled in panic. Seems to say the young master became bald, or a skinned monster, or a skeleton-like appearance." At this moment, a maid nearby fell into thought. Come to think of it, it seems 10 years have passed since the Holy Spirit and the young master entered the East City. When Asili came into the room, the Holy Child was leisurely eating a lollipop, and she was very curious about how strong the Skeleton King's curse was. "You haven't grown at all. What are you talking about?" "I'm working hard to suppress my growth. Because the efficiency of absorbing power is highest when you're a baby, and some powers can only be absorbed during babyhood." At this moment, the Holy Spirit stretched lazily. "Damn. Today I must purify his magical power no matter what. Yesterday I purified the magical power almost completely, but today it mysteriously increased again." And the Holy Spirit was very dissatisfied. "How much of the Skeleton King's body did you swallow?" "I've been purifying for 10 full years without seeing any decrease in magical power." "Why does the magical power increase after waking up each time?" At this moment, the Holy Child revealed a mischievous smile. "That's because for these 10 years, I've been running to the annex every night to absorb magical power cores. Didn't expect to absorb them all in just 10 years. And during these 10 years, the Holy Child had been self-learning holy methods. Now his holy methods had reached level 6. Just then, Asili slowly said, "Young Master, you'll definitely be fine, because the Pope's Hall will intervene. I heard they're going to execute the 14 domain demon, subordinate of the Skeleton King who harmed the Empire. Now the Skeleton King's magical power can finally be purified completely." Hearing this, the Holy Child was very troubled. "I still have many questions to ask, and they're going to execute them already." Meanwhile, a sound from outside the window caught his attention. "Shuri, you've done well. Not only skipped grades, but also became the youngest priest. I heard the princess also attended this appointment ceremony. You being the chief responsible for protecting the princess is really an honor." Just as Gowel was about to praise Shuri, the next second, he disappeared from the spot. Scene change, Shuri was teleported by transmission magic to the Holy Child. At this moment, the Holy Child was very angry. "Shuri, do you want to die? Did your life end after graduating from school? Under my guidance, you managed to get first place in the skip level exam. With your abilities, I'm afraid it would be difficult to obtain a divine appointment." But at this time, the Holy Child fell into thought. "Perhaps I should also get a priest divine position. After all, most holy methods can only be used after obtaining a divine position." Then he shouted at Shuri, "Shuri, I need your help. Hand over all the gold coins on you. And tell me, what's this about executing the Skeleton King's subordinate?" At this moment, Shuri slowly explained, "Since the treasury incident, the 14 domain demon doesn't obey orders, seeming completely indifferent. So the Pope's Hall ordered their execution. Then there's no choice, I must get it within this year." "Get what?" "Of course, the priest divine position." Hearing this, Shuri immediately laughed out loud. "You can't even enter the school threshold, yet you want to get a divine position." But the next second, he was beaten up badly by the Holy Child. Then, Shuri slowly said, "As it happens, there's a recommendation system. The Academy's professors are all here. As long as you get a recommendation letter and pass the test, you can get a priest divine position. But that requires establishing an achievement that can prove your character, but your character is so terrible. Of course, if you save someone with a precious identity, you have more chances to get a recommendation letter." And the Holy Child suddenly remembered. The princess will also attend this divine appointment ceremony. The princess, her identity should be noble enough, right? On the other side, the head of the household was at the door stopping the two professors. "Please go back, I won't be sending Isaac to the capital. Your Grace, you know this year is different. This is the ceremony to appoint priest positions to the Holy Child candidates. For the past decade, while all the other candidates were busy accumulating achievements, only young Master Isaac has never shown his face. I hear that Isaac lives like a saint in the East City. How excellent has he grown. As a teacher at the Academy, my dream is to be able to teach young Master Isaac. This time, the ordination ceremony and the princess's birthday are on the same day, and will be personally presided over by His Holiness the Pope." Upon hearing this, the family head immediately fell into deep thought. "I heard that those appointed to the priesthood this time will be given the title of hero. Getting this title can increase one's power several times over." But the family head was somewhat hesitant. Although it would be very beneficial, Isaac is not yet of age to receive ordination. As long as one's strength is sufficient, age shouldn't be a problem. In the end, the family head was persuaded by the two of them. "However, you must bear the consequences." At this moment, a representative from the papal court was secretly watching the Holy Son's room. A king-level Holy Spirit that even the Pope can only summon once. Isaac can actually form a servant contract with a king-level Holy Spirit, and that spirit is an anti-magic Holy Spirit. The black-haired fire Holy Spirit, she must be the one responsible for the Divine Realm's barrier. A spirit who couldn't become the Spirit King due to her terrible personality. At this moment, he was showing a wicked smile. The papal family likes to collect Holy Spirits. If he could steal the spirit and present it to the Pope, he would surely get a good position. And he had already found the herb that could make the Holy Spirit lose its power. Next, he just needed to suppress the little kid's Holy Spirit and let the Skeleton King's magic power within run wild. Then he could steal the Holy Spirit in the chaos. A moment later, everyone came to Isaac's room. As rumored, this child looked exactly the same as 10 years ago. At this moment, the Holy Son was showing extreme excitement. "Come in quickly, my recommendation letters." In an instant, everyone was attracted by this scene. At the same time, the papal court representative suddenly approached the Holy Son. "I will use holy power to make the Skeleton King's magic power within you boil." Then he suddenly released powerful holy power, but it had no effect on Isaac whatsoever. Seeing this, he was very confused. Why is this happening? I clearly released holy power sufficient to make the Skeleton King's magic boil. Just then, the Holy Spirit suddenly appeared before his eyes. What is this guy up to? This damn priest. Seeing the king-level Holy Spirit appear, the priest took out a cloth that could emit the scent of herbs. The next second, the holy power within the spirit began to run wild. In less than a moment, the spirit fell into a berserk state. At this moment, everyone present was shocked. Could it be because the Skeleton King's magic power ran wild? Just then, the priest crushed a pearl that could transfer holy spirits. Then he used holy magic to attack the fire Holy Spirit. But the next second, a bolt of lightning struck him directly. Still trying to cause trouble under my nose? Then Relay and others rushed anxiously into the room. Since the audience is all in place, let's begin. At this moment, the Holy Son slowly absorbed the magic power into his body. In an instant, everyone present felt extremely shocked. Could it be that Master Isaac is absorbing magic power? In less than a moment, the Holy Son had absorbed all the surrounding magic power completely. As he snapped his fingers, the fire Holy Spirit immediately regained consciousness. Seeing this, everyone was extremely excited. He actually controlled the Skeleton King's magic power and made the berserk spirit instantly regain consciousness. This must be the blue holy power of the Joshua family. This is simply a miracle. Just as everyone was cheering for the Holy Son's actions, the papal court representative looked utterly incredulous. Damn it, why did this happen? That line should be mine to say, "You minion of the faith money. Which bastard sent you here?" Hearing this, the representative panicked greatly. What do you mean sent? This is all a misunderstanding. I just came to see Master Isaac. Don't be ridiculous. You're wearing fire-resistant gear from head to toe, and you're telling me this is a misunderstanding? From now on, all fire spirits will cut ties with the papal family's priests. Oh, this is because I'm in a bad mood, so don't misunderstand. After saying this, she turned and left. At this moment, the papal court representative was extremely shocked. How could a Holy Spirit possibly sever ties with priests who have contracts with the gods? Moreover, that's a papal family spirit. It's impossible to violate the rules. Don't be ridiculous. I severed ties with those gods long ago. I'm not bound by any rules. What are you standing there for? Get out of here. Then the Holy Spirit said to Isaac, "You used holy power to save me and controlled the Skeleton King's magic. Although the Skeleton King's magic has now been completely purified, our contract should normally be terminated, but I've thought about it and decided to stay by your side temporarily to repay this debt." Hearing this, the Holy Son immediately felt extremely happy. As expected, truly someone from the Holy Faction absolutely won't owe anyone a favor. At the same time, the two professors nearby slowly spoke. "Then we'll return to the papal court first to report these matters. Master, with such powerful abilities, you must obtain the priest ordination. Of course, the priest position belongs to me and no one else." On the other side, the family head found Relay. The papal court has approved Isaac's appointment. Let Isaac participate in this priest ordination ceremony. Hearing this, Relay was very shocked. How could it be so fast? Could it be because Isaac saved the people at the academy? No, it's because Isaac saved a king-level Holy Spirit that he was recommended. You know, if one is appointed as a priest, it's equivalent to graduating directly from school. So the family head tested Isaac to see if he possessed the corresponding knowledge. From the results, he got perfect scores on all 1,600 questions. However, his poor attitude is his only flaw. As long as we confirm the final item, the character test, this should be something anyone can pass. Hearing this, Relay was very excited. I heard that it uses holy magic. So even if one writes lies, the truth will appear in the test. Shall we check it? What do you think of the family that raised you? Isaac's answer was, "The family is mine. What do you most want to do after becoming a priest?" Isaac's answer was, of course, to snap the neck of the heavenly god. Finally, please write your thoughts after becoming an imperial priest. Isaac's answer was, "I will destroy this empire." Seeing this, both were extremely shocked. Currently, only we two know these results. If Isaac has to undergo the same test at the priest ceremony, he will definitely be called a heretic and executed immediately. You take Isaac's place for the priest appointment first. We can't let him leave the family for now. He needs to receive some family education first. On the other side, Isaac had already packed his luggage because he had long decided to run away from home. The scene shifts to the Holy Magic Department of Roman Academy in the imperial capital. Everyone was discussing how they were letting a 10-year-old child undergo the priest ceremony. It seems this graduation ceremony has become a hot topic. Meanwhile, Nizer slowly spoke. He's just a kid who can't even walk properly. What kind of priest can he become? That guy hasn't grown up for 10 whole years. He's been cursed by the Skeleton King. How could he possibly grow up? Isn't that right, Shuri? At this moment, Shuri felt helpless. This guy started up again after being quiet for a while. Then Nizer's voice rang out again. The Saint family is really amazing. Even such an unqualified kid can get priest ordination. It's really degrading. At the same time, Kina slowly walked into the classroom. Nizer, are you looking down on the papal court's priests? You know it was your father who agreed to Isaac's priest appointment. Were you just calling your father brainless? Hearing this, Nizer immediately flew into a rage. Don't be angry. I received an invitation and came to take a look. I was invited to be a teacher guiding you graduates in holy magic. Shuri, you must be very worried, right? Isaac is cursed and can't possibly become a priest. I hope the Joshua family can hold on until you become the family head. Of course, if your family perishes, you can come find me. I'll arrange a job as a papal servant for you. Hearing this, Shuri clenched his fists tightly. I don't need your help. You should mind your own business first. Then he stormed out angrily. A moment later, Shuri returned to his dorm and flew into a rage. Why does everyone bully me? The family doesn't care about my priest appointment because that guy ran away from home. Why did he have to cause trouble at this time? I curse him to be bald like the Skeleton King. Just then, the Holy Sun appeared menacingly before Shuri. What did you just say? You dare call me bald? Do you want to die? Shuri was very shocked. How did you get here? I came to receive priest appointment. Uncle and the family head won't let me leave the family, so I ran away from home. Never mind that, Shuri. Is it because of the lack of this? That the waste-like papal family Holy Sun candidate said something about making you a servant? Then Isaac manipulated a milk bottle to smash hard at Shuri. Those bastards dare insult Joshua. Joshua is mine. Even if someone's going to curse it, it should be me. Even if it's going to be destroyed, I'll destroy it with my own hands. Shuri, remember this. I will definitely destroy Joshua. Alright, stop pretending to be sick and show me the way. Shuri was very confused. Where do you want to go? Of course, to properly teach those bastards a lesson. At this moment, he came to the dining hall holding the milk bottle. Which bastard dared to provoke Joshua? Then he suddenly noticed a red-haired girl nearby. I've seen this red hair in the treasury 10 years ago. Shuri on the side was terrified. I must stop him. If he causes trouble here, the Inquisitors will come. And that girl is Nizer's sister Naki. Just as Shuri thought he had caught Isaac, the next second, he suddenly appeared in front of Naki. Red hair, were you the one who bullied Shuri? Hearing this, Naki immediately said, I didn't bully him. It was Nizer who bullied him. Very good. So you admit you've bullied Shuri? At this moment, Whisper on the side was somewhat confused. Why does this guy have a familiar aura about him? You sensed it too? That's the aura of one of the 5 great gods. Then Naki slowly pointed at Isaac. You're the rumored Isaac, right? One is a cursed little baby, the other is the Pope's child. It seems this year's divine selection will fail. Before long, Joshua will completely disappear from the 5 great faiths. At this moment, Isaac felt helpless. Such unpleasant words, truly worthy of a 5 great gods family. At the same time, Shuri was urging Isaac to leave. You absolutely cannot anger the Red family, stop nagging. I want to get the priesthood and then go back. Naki responded to this. You won't get priest ordination because Nizer will protest to the papal court and cancel your qualification. Does it make sense for such an unproven little baby to receive priest ordination? But from what you've done, even if Nizer doesn't step forward, the papal court should cancel your qualification. Just then, a servant nearby suggested, just in case, we should call the Inquisitors over. Hearing this, Shuri was extremely shocked. 70% of the Inquisitors are from the Red family. At this moment, a scream came from not far away. The next second, a demonic beast appeared before everyone. Seeing this, the Holy Sun was very excited. I didn't expect my insurance to come so quickly. When the servant tried to block in front of Naki, he was instantly knocked away by the demonic beast. Damn, this is big trouble now. Just then, Isaac suddenly threw the milk bottle in his hand. The powerful force instantly sent the demonic beast flying dozens of meters away. Really, why did it appear so late? The demonic beast still wanted to counterattack, but was instantly cowed by Isaac's glare. Get lost! In less than a moment, the demonic beast left with its tail between its legs. At this moment, Whisper slowly said, truly worthy of master, calling over the demonic beast that was obediently staying in its cage and then putting on a show of driving it away. Then the Inquisitors finally arrived late. Miss, are you all right? At this moment, Shuri wanted to take Isaac away from here, but was detained by the Inquisitors on grounds of interrogation. We don't know anything. Just then, Naki's voice rang out. Tihor, don't make trouble for nothing. This child saved me. Your name is Isaac, right? What I said earlier was too harsh. I apologize to you. This doesn't mean I'm expressing gratitude to you. At this time, Isaac felt speechless. What's wrong with this guy? At the same time, Imperial Princess Charlotte Lake Pachira was secretly watching him. Is this child the Holy Sun candidate that brother mentioned? On the other side, in the Joshua mansion, Relai's office. At this moment, Relai was refusing Isaac's priest ordination. My grandson must receive education at home until he comes of age. But if you keep the child locked up at home, there will be problems with his character. Damn it, there are already problems? Just then, the person across suddenly mentioned hearing about a platinum-haired little baby appearing at the academy. Hearing this, Relai immediately flew into a rage. Relai, head to the capital immediately. You must arrive within tomorrow. There's not much time left. Let's run there. The next morning, Shuri was urgently knocking on the door. Isaac, what kind of priest robes are you wearing, you baby? Come out quickly. Everyone's already in the hall. Maybe you shouldn't go today? Everyone will definitely laugh at you. Just as he was thinking of persuading Isaac to go home, the next second he froze on the spot. What's this situation? Let's go, Shuri. At this moment, the scene comes to the Imperial Priest Ordination Banquet Hall. Please all rise. The next second, the heads of the 5 great families slowly entered the hall. Everyone unanimously applauded to welcome them. Gowl was scheming in his heart. I'll soon be the next head of Joshua, the next Blue Cardinal. Just then, Relai hurried to the venue. Fortunately, I'm not late. Big brother, have you seen Isaac? Hearing this, Gowl was surprised. Isn't Isaac at the main house? More than that, did you run all the way here? Never mind that. Do you know where Shuri is? He should be with Isaac. At the same time, the Pope slowly entered the venue. Please bow, Pope Julio Belit. Seeing this, the 5 family heads knelt down to offer blessings. May the blessing of the glorious God accompany Hera. God's blessing forever accompanies Hera. A moment later, the Pope announced that distinguished guests could take their seats. Eli seemed absent-minded. Still haven't seen Isaac. Now begins the priest ordination ceremony. Please, Isaac Joshua, step forward. Hearing this, Eli was somewhat surprised. This guy shouldn't appear here, right? Just as everyone thought Isaac would be absent. The next second, everyone showed expressions of extreme shock. How dare this guy have the nerve to come here? Even Bishop Sire found it hard to believe. What's going on? Isaac Joshua, please step forward. At this moment, Relai on the side was very surprised. Isaac, when did you grow up? And you're wearing the priest robes I made. Then everyone started discussing. Could he have lifted the Skeleton King's curse? Does Joshua actually have such an amazing child? Even Nizer found it incredible. How did this kid suddenly grow up? At the same time, Eli couldn't sit still. Damn Skeleton King, what did you do to Isaac? My child would never show that kind of smile. Could he be under mental control? Kina was very confused. Could it be that Joshua's curse has been lifted? He's not cursed, he should be blessed. At this moment, the Pope's voice rang out, Isaac Joshua. Isaac was muttering in his heart, so this old guy is the Pope? Although he looks 60 years old, the power in his body is simply like a monster. You can even see traces of popes who fought with me before on his face. Should I just kill him now? At this moment, the 2 people on the side saw that Isaac seemed not quite right, so they wanted to stop him. The next second, Eli raised his hand and smashed the table in front of him. Sorry, my hand suddenly got slippery. Even Relai casually flipped a table. Cockroach, there's a cockroach here. Then Isaac was pulled back to reality by the loud noise. These bastards dare interfere with me. The Pope seemed to see through Isaac's thoughts too. At this time, a follower nearby slowly spoke. Next is the ceremony for the ordained priests. Who will be chosen by God? Eli was very determined. The blue god will choose Isaac. Please let it be so. But he shouldn't be chosen by an evil god, right? In that case, I'll have to destroy it. I mean the container holding the holy water. At this moment, Shuri dropped blood into the container. The next second, a blue divine power shot straight to the sky. Seeing this, Gowl was very excited. Truly worthy of my son. The blue god actually came in person. I didn't expect the god that Joshua serves as that god of light, the blue lotus pure beggar heavenly god. Then it was Isaac's turn for the ceremony. He was very troubled. It would be annoying no matter which god came. Just then, the Pope seemed to sense something was wrong. At this moment, a golden light appeared. The next second, a dark magic power instantly emerged from the holy water. Seeing this, everyone present felt extremely shocked. Even Eli and Relai couldn't help but open their mouths wide. This is the Skeleton King's magic power? Damn it, what's going on? At this moment, Eli launched an attack on the Skeleton King, but didn't cause him any damage. At this time, the Skeleton King used magic to instantly bind Isaac, then threw him into the air. I've been waiting for this day all along, waiting for the day the Holy Sun arrives. Starting with killing this child, I will exterminate the Holy Divine Empire. Hearing this, Isaac was somewhat confused. What's the situation? This guy looks exactly like me from before. Even Whisper couldn't help but curse. What's this imposter? Master, you're obviously much dumber than him. Just then, the 2 people on the side were slowly gathering divine power. The next second, 2 powerful energies instantly attacked the Skeleton King. With a loud boom, the 2 energies directly hit the Skeleton King. At the same time, Relai was signaling everyone to evacuate quickly. At this time, Eli quickly gathered divine power. The next second, a blue exorcism holy magic directly hit the Skeleton King. But the Skeleton King was very disdainful. Blue family head, you should be unable to use all your power due to the curse. I advise you to just stay on the side. At this moment, Eli slowly spoke. I was just worried about destroying this building, so I didn't use my full strength. Want to try now? Seeing this, the Skeleton King immediately grabbed Isaac to threaten, do you want to see this little holy son die? That's right, even with the grandson being held hostage, you still summon such dangerous things. However, Eli didn't care at all. This level of attack can't kill the holy son at all. The next second, the blue holy magic exploded. It immediately repelled the Skeleton King. At this time, Gowl was somewhat confused. Has the Skeleton King been defeated? Everyone present started discussing. I didn't expect the Skeleton King to appear again. It's been over 70 years since he cursed the Joshua family. Has he finally recovered his power to return? Isaac on the side showed extreme anger. Damn it! This guy is a fake! At the same time, Relay hurried forward to check Isaac's injuries. I didn't expect Joshua's people could withstand that kind of attack. Could it be as the Skeleton King said? He's the real Holy Son. But is the Skeleton King really dead? It seems the Blue family used a roar to destroy the Skeleton King. At this moment, Isaac slowly spoke. That guy isn't dead. What we just saw was merely the Skeleton King's phantom. At this time, Whisper raised a doubt, like a shadow that ran over, but there's one suspicious thing. You felt it too? That guy was using my magic power. Could my magic core have dropped somewhere? After all, many of my bones disappeared from the Saint's treasury, so it's not impossible. If that fake took it, that would be great. This saves me from searching one by one. I just need to kill him and take it back. Just then, Eli's worried heart finally relaxed. If he hadn't acted in time just now, the skeleton might have already killed Isaac. He was very puzzled. Why would the skeleton do this? At this moment, the skeleton was utterly incredulous. The highest god that the Gold family has longed for thousands of years, a god higher than the 5 great gods, actually chose that kid from the Joshua family. This kid might become very troublesome in the future. At this time, Eli slowly said to Isaac, Isaac, let's go home. Grandson, you defeated the Skeleton King's curse and grew up very well. Come with Grandpa. Grandpa will buy you delicious candy. Hearing this, Isaac was somewhat surprised. You're smiling so strangely. How could I possibly go with you? It feels like you have some conspiracy. Just then, Kina's voice rang out. Duke, you can't let Isaac leave here yet. At this moment, countless demons appeared before everyone. There are still many messes here that haven't been resolved. At the same time, Isaac slowly stood up and patted the dust off his body. Family head, there's no choice now. It seems we can't go back right now. At this moment, Kina was very curious. This arrogant guy suddenly grew up and actually says he wants to be some holy son. Isaac was scheming in his heart. Although I don't know what you're thinking, I'll make good use of this opportunity. Let everyone see who the real holy son is. The next second, Isaac slowly gathered blue divine power in his hand. Then he used purification holy magic on the demons. In an instant, all the demons were enveloped by this dazzling light. Seeing this, everyone present was very shocked. What amazing purification holy magic. Such clean bright light hasn't been seen for 100 years. But some were very confused. Why not directly use attack holy magic but use purification holy magic that's more like cleaning? Could it be because it has the effect of purifying magic power to prevent summoning magical beasts? Actually, this is because Isaac could only learn holy magic from the fire Holy Spirit shellac for these 10 years. But don't underestimate purification holy magic, because reaching level 6 produces wide-range continuous damage effects. Just then, Kina signaled Isaac to step back. Your holy magic can't solve these demons. In his view, Isaac was using at most level 5 holy magic, and it was just a talent that appears once every few hundred years. With just this bit of talent, he's not even close to being my opponent. Watch carefully. To solve them, you must use powerful attack holy magic and attack from various places simultaneously. Hearing this, Isaac immediately laughed out loud. You actually want to attack from various places simultaneously. It looks like you don't understand anything. They're just bait. Then Isaac came to a shadowy place. Next, he used holy magic to find a bug. Kina was very curious. What do you want to do with that bug? The next second, Isaac killed it on the spot. At this moment, a blue poisonous mist instantly spread. This bug could poison everyone to death without them knowing. Don't forget, that skeleton just said he wanted to exterminate this empire. Student priests are the seeds of the holy divine empire. Hearing this, everyone present started looking for bugs lurking in the room. At this time, Isaac realized something was wrong. Waves of attacking light appeared. Damn it. If we kill them all at once, there will be big problems. At this moment, Whisper on the side suggested, Master, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. If you purify these poisoned children, everyone will regard you as the Holy Son. Just as Isaac was about to implement his plan, the next second the Pope activated level 9 holy magic. In an instant, he absorbed all the surrounding magic power completely. Everyone, there's no need to worry about poisoning now. Damn it, the Papal family really knows how to ruin things. At the same time, a demon slowly approached Isaac. Just as he was about to attack it, Isaac's eyes burst with red light. Then a powerful pressure directly attacked the demon. In an instant, even the demon froze on the spot. This magic power is... Without any hesitation, the demon immediately fled with its tail between its legs. At this time, Kina on the side fell into thought. This guy drove away a demon race with just his eyes? How is that possible? That's a technique only the Pope can use. A moment later, the news of the Skeleton King appearing at the priest ceremony spread to everyone. The 5 great families were discussing a problem. There was something wrong with the container holding the holy water. It had an illusion summoning a ray carved inside. Are you saying the problem lies with a bunch of people going in and out? That bunch of people is also a problem. But the biggest problem is with the Empire's barrier protected by the Holy Dragon. The scene shifts to Isaac and others returning to the Joshua house. The Empire's barrier weakened, causing demon invasion. The holy dragon is related to the royal family. Isn't this the Pope's responsibility? Truly a cunning Pope, shifting all responsibility away. At this moment, Gowl on the side was congratulating Isaac, but he looked like he was being forced to do so. While Eli seemed extremely happy. Just then, Eli slowly walked through the door. Just right, you two are both here. Isaac, go out for a bit, we need to discuss something. A moment later, Eli used level 3 soundproof holy magic. Eli was very puzzled. What exactly do you want to say? Why use soundproof holy magic? I don't think the office is safe either, so this is unavoidable. Next, what I want to talk about concerns Isaac. Isaac seems to have been chosen by an evil god at the priest ceremony. Right after Eli voiced his thoughts, he stated that the god Isaac was chosen by definitely wasn't an ordinary god, especially since a divine crest never before seen in ordination ceremonies had appeared. Only the Pope and the Cardinal in gold had witnessed this crest, and the Pope wanted to kill Isaac. If it weren't for the appearance of an evil god, he would never have done such a thing. But Gowl had a different perspective. What if it wasn't an evil god, but rather the crest of the golden god that had appeared? Upon hearing this, everyone was stunned. Those guys despise impurity. They hate anything tainted with foreign elements. But if someone from the Joshua family had drawn the golden god, they definitely wouldn't let Isaac off the hook. At this moment, Eli was filled with doubt. Could Isaac really have drawn the golden god? This wasn't impossible. After all, the golden god hadn't appeared for a very long time. But do you really think Isaac could draw a normal god? Subsequently, Eli instructed Gowl, go make contact with the Pope's household and investigate exactly what god that was. Once it's done, I'll give the holy relic to Shuri. From now on, until Isaac's internship, keep him under special management. If Isaac's results in the faith test are the same as last time, then this child will likely become a dark priest. Upon hearing this, everyone present was completely stunned. If that kid really became a dark priest, the entire family would be branded as traitors and might even implicate the whole family in being expelled from the church. At this moment, Eli said with a grave expression, no matter what methods we use, we must prevent this from happening. The scene shifted, and Relai and Gowl found the two of them. Relai was sharing his memories from his previous internship with them. Damn it, stop talking! It's really hard to listen to. At this moment, Relai said earnestly, during your internship, you'll be working alongside your seniors, finding work suitable for yourselves that truly befits a priest, work that wasn't taught in the academy. Your treatment and assignments will change based on evaluations, so you must work hard. After the internship ends, you'll sign contracts with the gods. Just then, Isaac voiced the doubt in his heart. When can I participate in that offering ceremony? I'm very interested in it, especially in executing the Skeleton King's subordinates. Seeing this, Relai was quite pleased. Isaac, your faith is growing stronger and stronger. He then gave them a detailed introduction to the offering ceremony. Although Relai gave a lengthy explanation, simply put, lower gods and angels would all participate in the offering ceremony. At this moment, Isaac was very excited. Once I get my hands on you, I'll definitely tear you so-called gods to shreds. But Gowl's words surprised Isaac somewhat, because only the group with the best grades could earn the honor of executing the Skeleton King's subordinates. Damn it. So this is actually a group project? Then there's no choice but to kill the other groups first, then save my subordinates. Just as Relai thought Isaac was getting on the right path, Gowl voiced the doubt in his heart. Isaac, which god chose you in the last ordination ceremony? Hearing this, Isaac was quite disdainful. Although I don't remember. I know it was a crest that made people want to vomit just by looking at it. There's absolutely no mistake. That guy was definitely chosen by an evil god. It's okay, some gods' crests are uncomfortable to look at. What's important is trust in the gods. Just then, Keena's shouts came from outside the door. Isaac! I need to see you! At this moment, everyone present was stunned. Why did this guy suddenly come looking for Isaac? Could he be here to kill him on behalf of the royal family? The next second, Keena grabbed Isaac's hand and said slowly, I always thought you were just a waste. For these 10 years you've been training without appearing in public, to avoid fighting with those lowly people. During the ordination ceremony, I finally understood that your excellence far surpasses others. Your being an intern priest is purely a waste of time. Come train with me at grandfather's side, then immediately step into a higher level of the world. Isaac, let's solve the Skeleton King together. Lead the Holy Empire. At this moment, Shuri on the side was very surprised. This guy's words are full of sincerity, the conditions are so good they're almost frightening. If it were me, I'd definitely accept, but the next second, Isaac flatly refused on the spot. If that's all you want to say, then get lost quickly. If you want to take someone, take him instead. He's not on the same level as you. Well, that's true enough. At this moment, Keena slowly spoke. You have the talent to drive away demons just with your gaze. Hearing this, Whisper couldn't help but burst into laughter. So he saw Master use his aura to scare away the demons. Subsequently, Isaac waved his hand dismissively. I don't want the Pope giving me extra lessons. Just seeing the Pope makes me want to vomit. Are you saying my grandfather makes you feel sick? Of course, I'd even like to twist his neck off. The next second, Eli quickly covered Isaac's mouth and jumped to the side. Please don't associate with my family's child in the future. If you play with him, his scumbag attributes will be contagious. Hearing this, Kina stood there stunned. Damn Joshua family, I'll definitely wipe you all out. A few days later, he arrived at the priest examination venue. The six-pointed star is a test that intern priests must go through. They take the exam in the order of white, platinum, blue, black, and red, supervised by the respective cardinal of each faith. To become an official priest, one must pass this exam. They form teams of 30 children from families with good relationships or similar faiths. It's almost like having children from different factions engage in factional warfare. Fortunately, Shuri had made arrangements at the school in advance, and their group consisted of classmates who had good relationships with Shuri. So I just need to appease these kids, then pass the six-pointed star exam to save my subordinates. Just as he came to the room full of joy, everyone looked at Isaac with serious expressions. You're the bastard who's been bullying Shuri, right? Let us teach you some etiquette for dealing with seniors. If you dare tell Shuri you're dead. At this moment, Isaac was quite helpless. You guys really aren't up to par. Subsequently, Isaac pulled out a bell from his chest. Just as everyone began mocking him, the next second, the bell struck one person's face with a still motion, sending him flying dozens of meters away on the spot. At this moment, everyone was stunned. What on earth was happening? Then Isaac's voice rang out. We need to love each other to unite and get good grades. Everyone must get along well. After some loving education, these guys finally settled down quietly. The scene shifted, and Shuri looked at everything before him, lost in thought. Isaac, is this what you call a social gathering? At this moment, the people kneeling below began pleading, Shuri, save us, he's your brother. Thank you for playing with my brother. Shuri was quite puzzled. The first evaluation item of the exam is cohesion. What are you doing? Isaac responded with disdain. Didn't you see the pyramid I made? This should be enough cohesion, right? Fine, just confirm this. This is a list of bastards who want to profit from you. The guys on this list have used various excuses to get quite a lot of benefits from you over these 7 years. Even if the Joshua family doesn't ask for returns, this is too disrespectful, right? At this moment, the guys below slowly explained, even if our families want to give benefits, we don't have anything that Joshua's need. Well, you're wrong about that. I see the limbs and organs on your bodies are all quite fresh. Brothers, I don't want much, just give me back as much as I've given you. As long as it's a fair trade. So you'd better not try any tricks during this group activity, or you'll be sorry. Of course, they readily agreed. Then the social gathering ends here. Shuri was somewhat puzzled. What if we get eliminated in the evaluation? If even one person gets the lowest score, we'll be immediately disqualified. The first evaluation is unity. Don't worry, I have a way to handle it. Now look at this first. A person was tightly bound inside a cabinet. Shuri was extremely shocked. What are you doing? He's one of our group members and he even went to the treasury with us. Of course. I know all this, but this kid was carrying a note telling me not to continue being a spy. In an instant, Shuri understood. Nizer made you do this, right? That's right, but I had my reasons for doing this. Isaac's voice rang out. Just tell me what Nizer asked you to do. He told me to destroy the Joshua team. Shuri will satisfy most requests for the sake of evaluation. He told me to make excessive demands and then tear this team apart. He also told me to attack Isaac during the welcome ceremony, saying he wanted to personally execute the Skeleton King's subordinates. Hearing this, Isaac's face immediately darkened. Not only did Nizer move against me, but he also wants to personally execute my subordinates? It looks like I need to teach him a lesson. The scene shifted, and at this moment Nizer was in a rage. How hard can it be to be a spy? Why have several people given up already? Sorry, after experiencing the social gathering, I found I can't do it either. Fine, just go. At this moment, the two people beside him spoke up. Don't you have 3 people in the Joshua team who are loyal to your family? As long as they oppose, the Joshua family is finished. At this moment, Nizer was very angry. That guy is really an eyesore. We must get rid of him quickly. Even father is interested in him, it's so annoying. Fine, once today is over, everything will be finished. Anyway, everyone from the Joshua family will be kicked out today. The scene shifted, and everyone was participating in the 6-pointed star exam for unity. The first 6-pointed star theme was unity, evaluated through voting. If even one person opposed, then everyone on that team would be disqualified. The opposing person would be reassigned to other teams. So even if it meant betraying the Blue family, the other team members could be saved. Moreover, I've already arranged the spies. Those guys will definitely be disqualified.